So they're recorded, so that for posterity. But anyways, hey, this is Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We are playing Red Markets here today with some RPPR patrons. The title of the scenario is called An Archivist Assembly because I love alliteration. So we have two players with us today. Brian, tell us about your character.
Sure, yeah, I'm going to be playing Monty. His full name's Mont Blanc, but nobody wants to say the whole thing, so just Monty. His weak spot is Kaizen, so he always thinks plan can be just a little bit better. Uh,
Wait,
the soft the soft spot is Fool Me Thrice, so he's very trusting and willing to give people multiple chances, and the tough spot is Immune. So,
okay. Which is very useful, but also very dangerous at times.
yes, yes.
So sorry, you said you did you rename it to Monty, or is he
Yeah,
still
Monty is
okay?
the.
Okay, okay, cool. And then Adam, tell us about your character.
Hey y'all. So I will be playing Control. His weak spot is Punish the Old Prejudices. Soft spot is Selfless Service. And tough spot is Scavenger.
Okay. And so just to about your tough spots and soft spots and all your spots. I prefer to have a style where I don't, unless it's very very obvious. I'm not gonna like force you to go through a spot, but like if you want bonus willpower, you like, hey, can I do this thing that is clearly not a good idea in order to get some bonus will? It's like, yes, you have you like your soft spot is saving cute small animals, and there's a puppy surrounded by casualties. Yes, you can risk your life to save that puppy. That is, you get a willpower for that, and then usually they have to spend that willpower not to die. But that's how it be sometimes. It is Red Market. We'll be setting this game in the enclave of Troutfit, which is in the Midwest, a former hunting goods store turned enclave. It is in the Red Market's main book. There's some art of it, I believe. But yeah, big outdoors good sporting good store that has been turned into a place where people live and work, and you guys are takers. You're a pair of takers, and you handle jobs that require discretion and finesse rather than just blowing everything up. And because this is a one shot, we're not going to have negotiations because that's really a campaign thing. But what you have been hired to do is an anonymous client, an online client, who has been able to show you proof that they have enough cryptocurrency to transfer to you to make it worth your while. They want you to infiltrate an archivist enclave in the used to, before the crash, it was called Eureka Springs. It is a resort town in Arkansas, and it is now called just the Archive. It's a very, but they want you. They're having an assembly there, a yearly gathering of different archivist groups to compare notes and socialize. The client wants a particular computer server stolen before the Blockchain Brothers, a crypto-focused archivist group, can present a seminar to the assembly. And of course, the assembly takes place at a hotel with a reputation of being haunted. Good luck. The Blockchain Brothers, they have a server. You have identifying information, so you know what the server is. It is 3 legs away, and yeah, you need to get it. Now that's all you know for free. And now, because we're not doing negotiations, you can spend your actions that you would be doing to prep for the negotiations to instead research, do some prep work before the job. So things you can do is research information about the assembly, information about the Blockchain Brothers specifically. There are 3 legs between you and or you could also do the archive, the enclave. So those are 3 topics right there. There's also the legs. What kind of things have been reported on the way to the archive? You can also call in network to build up favors, so that basically in the game, you can have this as sort of like a token that you can cash in to get some help later on, like additional resources or a free reference essentially, or anything, or you can just go get a loan and get some more gear. If you do that, if you make some sort of successful skill check, you can scrounge up additional bounty to buy gear, to have some more stuff before you hit the road. So those are all things, and you can also do 2 actions if you make a self-control check for your second action, as you basically give up your home life to work, burn the midnight oil and put a bunch of extra prep work in before you hit the road, basically neglecting your dependents and loved ones. So yeah, we'll start with Monty. What do you want to do for your first action as prep work?
I want to find out a little bit more about the server and its location. Like what we're dealing with here. Is there anything?
Okay, so
we
you're
need to worry about. Yeah.
All right, so you're basically researching the Blockchain Brothers, because that's the only thing you know is the people that have it. Yeah, how do you want to do that? Do you want to ask people? Do you want to research online?
I think I'll research online a bit.
Okay, so spend a charge on your laptop and go ahead and roll that. Are you spending? You can also spend if you have the research app, you can spend an additional charge to,
Yeah, do you have the +2 research online?
Actually, I think you get that automatically. So I think you only have to spend 1 charge.
Because each app marks a charge off, so the laptop's already like halfway through.
Yeah. So I think you just spend 1 to make the test, and you just get +2.
All right.
So yeah,
let's find the dice room here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's 2D.
All right, that is a success. So the Blockchain Brothers are presenting this. This apparently is a server for Dogecoin. That was a cryptocurrency that is still being used today. Obviously, there was some disruption during the crash. But they found it. They had a data farm or a server farm, and they have been analyzing the logs, and they found something very interesting that they want to reveal to the at the assembly. And they've been sort of hyping this for a little bit. The Blockchain Brothers are a pretty popular group of archivists. They actually get a lot of funding from the recession as people, because they're sharing they're distributing their knowledge digitally of like what they've learned about the history of cryptocurrency and the history of blockchain technology. That's their focus, obviously. There are 7 people that are going to be at the assembly. You have their names. They all have very crypto-focused names that are very inscrutable to you. You're not a crypto chain, something to the moon 5, and think names like that. So with the basic success, you get pictures of all 7 members. You know their online handles, and you. What else do you can answer? You ask 1 question because this is a basic success. So, what do you want to know most about these Blockchain Brothers?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I guess. Am I able to figure out one of their spots, maybe?
So you do find out, like, you get some information about the assembly itself. It's at what's the name of it? I'm gonna put this in a real hotel. There actually is a place. What's it called? The Crescent Hotel and Spa in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So they're all set up at this hotel and spa, which is in the hills of Arkansas, and in this town called Eureka Springs, which was a resort town before the crash. And They basically, because they're sort of premier speakers, they'll have a top level suite, and security. Well, the whole thing is being handled by the archive, which is the. But you find out there's other factions, archivist factions, who are going to be there. So there's a lot of mingling. But people aren't really. So you get a basic sense of will there be, and you can, like, once you get to the hotel, if you can get into the hotel, well, you assume you'll be able to get into the hotel. You'll be able to identify any of the blockchain brothers on site.
Okay.
And you could, like, so you like pick them out of a crowd.
Okay.
But you don't, like, exact details are not online. That would require a computer check to hack something, or another skill check in order to get more detailed information about exactly what room they're going to be in and stuff like that.
All right.
So, yeah, that is. You do realize, in order to get in the hotel, you're going to have to. There will be there will be a doorman. There will be security at the door, so you'll have to do something to get in. You're not sure exactly what that is, because you're not an expert on the Archivist. So let's see here. Control. What do you want to do for your first action?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
I thought I was muted.
Okay.
I wasn't. I want to find out more about the kind of setting, the hotel, but I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I'm not very researchy.
Networking also works. What other skills is Control good at?
A lot of in-person scavenging, drone flying. This would have could I burn some things off the drone to check it out? It seems like it would be too far away.
Yeah, it's too far away. It's 3 legs away. So, yeah, you are. Yeah, you don't really have.
No.
Let's see. Yeah. I would say. You know what? If you want to spend some, you could do a trade with somebody. There's somebody at your enclave who needs someone to scout, view something near the drone. So if you're willing to make a drone check and spend a charge off your drone, he'll give you some information. He knows generally about the archivists.
Perfect.
So, okay. But you'll have to come with the name of this person.
Okay. Let me see. Bubby.
Bubby, yeah. Bubby's a trader. Bubby trades with the archivist because they'll buy all kinds of random shit. And Bubby can tell you about archivists in general. So yeah.
Great.
But he wants you to scout out a potential, a bunch of like a building he thinks with a collapsed roof. He wants to see if there's anything worth getting in there because there's casualties around it. But there's a collapsed roof, so you can just fly your drone over it.
Nice.
So, but yeah, go ahead and give me a drone check.
All right. So it is 4/3.
Okay.
+2.
All right, so you spend a charge off your drone. You're able to give him a view of it. He asks you to move around and zoom in a bit, and then he kind of nods. He's like, well, those boxes look pretty interesting. Well, yeah, nothing, but I'll have to go in. It's worth checking now. Thanks. So Bubby says, yeah, this assembly's like a yearly thing. They've been doing, this is their 3rd year. They like doing it because it provides a lot. It's something like all the archivist groups who can't make it attend virtually, and it's just kind of like a way for them to strut their stuff. So I know this year there's 4 groups that are actually going to be there in person. The Blockchain Brothers, they have they're the buzz. Everyone's talking about this seminar they're giving. They're going to reveal something. Then there's the Front Desk. They're another computer kind of group. They focus on IT stuff like manuals and technical documents for like just computer shit. They're pretty boring, but they're good for buying up old computer manuals. Then there's the vinyl veterans. They collect plastic and vinyl goods. Those Funko Pops. They love them. They also buy vinyl records too, and they digitize the vinyl records. And then there's memery. It's like memory, but for memes. They collect digital ephemera. So those are the 4 groups that are actually going to be in person. There's other archivist groups that are doing teleconferencing and stuff like that. So yeah, they're I mean, basically, normally a big assembly of people would be a big target, but like they're archivists, so they're not going to have anything valuable outside of, except to them. So and there's enough of them that there'd be pretty. I mean, the archive is a whole enclave of archivists, but they're kind of unaffiliated. They're not really. There's like your general archivists who try to collect everything, preserve everything, and then there's the specialists, and these are all specialist groups here. They're more prestigious ones because it's harder to be a specialist because like if you're only collecting Funko Pops, you only give a shit about Funko Pops. That's needle in a haystack kind of shit, So these are the prestigious veteran archivists. But if you want to get in, they do let scholars in and unaffiliated archivists in. You can always claim to be an archivist because anyone can claim to be an archivist as long as you believe the right shit. But they want some kind of proof generally. So there's usually like a tithe or a toll or a proof of scholarship. So now because I'm a trader, they let me in so I can sell my goods, but they only let me stay in the lobby, which is fine. I'm not going to be able to make it this year because I've already sold a bunch of my shit. I don't have it's not worth the trip for me. But you could, if you find some shit and you want to get in, you could sell it there and take my spot. I'd let you do that because that reserve keeps my spot going. But you got to have something worth trading for, and they're gonna be really not like you going past your little stall in the lobby. You see what I say? But if you can prove you're an archivist, they'll let you wander around and stuff like that. I did that the first year to check it out, and God, they're boring people. They're just so fucking God. I guess it's one way of dealing with all this crazy shit is just to obsessively focus about something and pretend the rest of all the shit that's going out doesn't matter because you gotta preserve those Funko Pops. Yeah. All right. You got any other questions there, Control?
Any leads on where we might find even a small amount of like manuals, records? I don't even know what a Funko Pop is, quite frankly.
Oh, they're little plastic toys, little bug-eyed fuckers. They made them of all the superheroes and figures and stuff like that. There's, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of my thing. You're kind of, I mean, that place you just scouted, I guess. I'll if don't fuck me over. I'll give them the word that you're engaging my route. If you go in there and take whatever's there, give me, I don't know, a 30% cut of whatever you make. Yeah, why don't you do that? There's probably I think there's some Funko Pops in there. But, I mean, the thing is, that's only going to get you in the lobby. I'm guessing since you're a taker, you want to get more than the lobby. You need some scholarship to prove that you're a scholar. So, now here's the thing. You go on Ubic, you can probably buy some scholarship. I know some people to talk to, but they're going to want, some bounty for you to get a ghostwriter. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. But that'll get you in the door, and then you can sneak around or pretend to be someone else, I guess. But, yeah, those are some options. So, the two of you talk, and are up to date with each other's information. So, you can either leave now, or you can make a self-control check to burn some midnight oil and do some more work. Yeah.
I think I need to burn some midnight oil.
All right. Give me a self-control check then.
All right. So self-control check, is that just a regular 2d10? We see what happens.
I mean, there's a skill
I
for
do have
self.
a bonus. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have points in the skill, it will be a base where you roll a single d10 and you try to equal your or go under your attribute rating. So which is a lot worse than even having 1 point. But this will be under detachment.
That is a big ol' fail.
All right, there's 1 detachment. You feel pretty shitty about ignoring your loved ones. So what do you want to do with this time?
I'm thinking, gosh, we either need to maybe buy some scholarship either about those. I think I need to buy some scholarship about those Funko Pops. So
Okay.
we can have a pretty good in to the
Mm-hmm.
the event.
Okay, so you can make a networking check.
Okay.
Do we have bounty for that? Would we need to get the bounty first?
Basically, you can once depending on your networking check, I'll let you know what your options are.
All right, so networking is at a +1 here.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Gosh, should I spin will already? I can spin will to flip it, right?
You'll get something even with a failure. It will not be as good, obviously.
Okay. All right, yeah. Let's save that will. See what we get.
Okay. With a 10 over 5, then, yeah, you get a couple. You get 3 options. The one you would have gotten even with a failure is you could just basically count it as a reference, and then you get like basically the equivalent of like a college freshman's paper on like Funko Pops or vinyl records, which would have been, oh god, they would have tagged you as a poser and like, oh,
Yeah.
now there's 2 other options. One is you can choose the topic, but there's a couple of people who apparently there's actually a whole industry of this ghostwriting for paper because there's archivists want social status too, and not all of them are good scholars, so they want to impress their crazy cult buddies, and so you can buy a. Now, obviously, and so you can buy a decent paper, or you can buy really, really good scholarship. Now, if you want really the paper, you can just bend a reference, and then you owe them a bounty, which will be a self-control check for stress, and then that will come out of your paycheck at the end. Now, the world class, the really good document, you'll have to make a self-control check. And then you'll have to pay them in this scenario, or they'll call you out. So you'll have to earn some money somehow before you use it, really. And the amount will be 5 bounty. So you have to earn 5 bounty before you actually use it. And so, but the mid one you don't have to worry about. You just have to make a self-control check. Okay. But the good one, you'll have to make a self-control check and have 5 bounty ready to go before you actually use the paper. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with that one. That gets us to the door. We'll
Do you want to see? I could spend my action trying to scrounge up some more bounty, and then
you can take out
see
a
the
loan.
result.
Yeah. So with that, actually no, you could just go out and make a scavenging check and get some bounty. You can just go hit the walls right outside the enclave and see if you can scavenge some shit.
That sounds great.
But if failure is going to be fun.
I like fun.
Okay.
Self-control. This is an action, right?
Yeah. Okay. Self-control. Yeah. First self-control for.
We'll do self-control first. Yeah.
Yeah. For spending time away from your family.
No. Nope.
Yep. All right. That's 1 detachment.
All right. I'm just real glad to get those out of the way early. So.
Yeah, definitely. That's how that works.
If only.
And then so a scavenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I do is usually just copy the thing and I can just paste it in there.
Yep, and that's 4 over 2.
That's crit success. Doubles are crits.
That's right.
So, with that, you can pay it off entirely, and you don't have to make another self-control check. You just pay the 5 bounty right now and get the really good paper.
I would super love to get a whisper upgrade on my drone so I can not I can operate stealthily.
You can call. I'll treat that as a reference. You can call in a favor, so that'll be your reference. Yeah.
Super. That's lovely.
Okay. Yeah. So you get your drone upgraded, and you pay off the full thing. So what topic do you want it to be on? So basically, you can choose. Each of the 4 factions there will have a different focus. And so basically, if you choose one of their topics, you'll be more favorable to them.
So we're looking at crypto, vinyl or Funko Pops,
or just
memes
IT stuff,
or IT stuff. Okay.
Yep. Blockchain, front desk, vinyl.
You had the critical success. I'll let you choose.
I this was your paper. The memes sound fun, but open to anything.
Actually, okay. So both of you could give me a. Let's see. Do you have? Actually, Loman, you can give me a foresight check then.
All right, foresight +1.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
what you know. Terrible streak is.
Yep. Well, you know what you know. Who do you want to do? Yeah, it's not that wasn't critical. It was just like I'll give you a free tip if you wanted to, but
Okay. Yeah. No. Let's get that university thesis on memes pre-crash.
Okay. Okay. So memery. They'll definitely want to talk to you, and they'll definitely be interested in buttering you up or like trying to recruit you, maybe depending on how you want to take it. But they'll definitely get you in past the front door. So you have a very good thesis about the bacon meme of the early 2010s and how it died out, which is quite fascinating to them. And you spend 5 bounty on that. That's 5 months rent for you. Yeah. Some anonymous researcher somewhere is very happy. They can eat fresh rat tonight instead of potted 10-year-old potted meat. It's time to head out. You need to get going. The assembly there is a time limit for this one, so you cannot do any more research.
Okay.
So the 2 of you hit the road, and both of you mark off a ration as you bike or walk along the way. And I assume you're walking alongside each other because it doesn't really make sense to. I mean, I guess one of you could sneak up ahead and be a point, but yeah.
I think side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both of you don't have to make a check to see it. There is a goat in the road ahead of you on the first leg. There's just a goat wandering around. But as then you look off in the distance, you can see a group of casualties slowly following the goat. The goat is grazing right now, but it is obviously wary of the casualties and of you. Loman, you can give me another foresight check.
Foresight is okay.
No.
1. So yeah, that's a fail.
Okay. Control, you can give me a scavenging check.
Yeah. Would awareness help here or?
Awareness is like literally spotting things. The goats and the. I mean, you can make an awareness check to see if there's anything hidden.
Maybe I could use the drone, spin the drone to see if there's anything kind of.
You could do that too.
I'll do that. I'll do a drone check first.
Okay.
9/3.
Okay. You get a much wider view of the area, and in the as you're lifting your drone up, it gives a view of the terrain pretty far ahead of you, and you can see a farmstead off in the distance, with that looks active. There's other livestock, goats perhaps there. So this is the goat ahead of you is probably an escaped goat from that farm.
Not
So-
not a literal sacrificial goat.
I
No,
mean, it could
just
be for us, or we
Uh,
could try and take it back,
mhm.
depending on how
I
appreciative.
mean, it would be if you both of you just spend an extra ration, you can just bypass. You can just walk around this. You could. The casualties are focused on the goat right now, so if you just walk around, you could not have to deal with any of this. But you can if you want to go through, the casualties will definitely see you. But yeah,
Yeah, we're on a schedule here. Do you want to deal with this goat, or just kind of let it distract the casualties?
They seem well stocked. So I think we just let it go.
okay.
All right, sorry, goat.
Good luck.
All right, the fate of the goat remains unknown. Left to its own devices, will it evade the casualties forever? Will the farmer get the goat back? Stay tuned for entirely another game. So both of you mark off a second ration for that, and then a third ration for cat. Okay, actually, Scribblykins, you can join if you want. Just
I'm already feeling guilty about the goat.
you already did.
The goat was going to get eaten one way or the other.
Yeah.
I guess.
Unless you rescued the goat, but you made your choices.
Well, just
yeah.
by
Maybe it's
people.
one of them milking goats.
Yeah. It could
Fair.
be a milking goat. You didn't know. Yeah.
Goat cheese.
Okay, so second one, second leg, yeah, no, they've left. They've gone. They can no longer. We did get a comment on YouTube. Now here's a chance to say, but no, the goat is gone. You have left the goat to its fate. The decision is final. That is red markets. You make your choice and you live with it. So both of you can make an awareness check, or if you want to spend a battery charge, you can use the drone as well.
I will use
9/5. Holy moly.
Okay.
3, 5 over 1.
Okay. So did you use your drone?
I did, no.
Okay.
I'm
You're
sorry.
just watching. Okay.
Yeah, I'll specify when I use something that
Okay.
has triggers.
So both of you in the distance can see that there is, this terrain, this area fairly well. And you do know that there is a bridge that has been built post-crash over a ravine. It was made from scavenged materials. It is like a bus. It's not a huge ravine, but it's a steep ravine. It's basically a bus that's been like a school bus, and some other materials welded together. So you walk across the roof of the bus. But like the ravine is long and steep. So it would take a while to bypass, and in order to bypass, you have to go through dense woods, which are worse. This is a pretty clear road, so you can see casualties. Like woods are bad because of crawling casualties and that kind of thing. But there is what's new to this bridge is a big old barricade that's been put in front of it, made of a telephone pole and some posts and some barbed wire. And you could easily walk around it, but there's also a big stop sign tied to this barricade. So yeah, the goat will link up with a deer hunter later. Oh no. Yeah, unstoppable trio, our duo. So this is new. This barricade is new. Let's see here. Loman, let's see if third time's a charm for foresight.
All right, here we go. Critical success.
Okay. Yeah, very
Heck
critical
yes.
success.
Hot damn.
Okay, so there's probably 2 to 4 bandits nearby. One is going to be stationed near. You actually notice some foliage and some brush right next to the road. That is undoubtedly a bandit is waiting there. This is a pop-up toll road. Bandits set these up when they know there's going to be a lot of traffic in the place. Obviously, they're expecting people to come in to visit Archive for the assembly. So there's going to be at least one sniper, and then maybe one or two others as backup. So it's at least a duo, no more than four though. Because if they had more than four, they would be doing something more profitable because they're just, this is sort of a, you know, you have to pay us to pass. Now, usually it's about 2 bounty per person, but they'll definitely want to shake you down because they want to make money without having to fight for it. So they want to make enough so it's profitable for them, but not enough that you're willing to fight to the death to not pay it. So it's probably going to be about 2 bounty per person, which is not you don't have that on you. You spent it all already. So that's going to be giving up equipment or sneaking by or intimidating them, telling them that you're crazy enough that you do that, or you can just Control could just try and sneak up on the toll keeper and take him as hostage, or kill him, and then you got to figure out where the sniper or snipers are. So that's your challenge. You can bypass this, but then you have to go through the woods,
Right.
or swim across a flooded area. Well, not swim, but wade across a flooded area. So that's not great. And yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
Have
I like our
we-
options here? So, Control. What are you thinking? Through the woods, we wade through the water. We try and persuade our way through this. Maybe tell them we'll pay them on the way back.
Yeah, I wonder how they feel about, learning more about bacon. Just regale
Give 'em a
them.
copy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe I can try and get the drop on this guy, and then are we super visible or?
No, you're far enough away that
Okay.
the barricade is super obvious. So you saw it and ducked to the side. So they didn't. So you're, especially with Loman's role for foresight, you know that they haven't spotted you yet.
Could Loman? Could you? Is there a way? I'm assuming that they'll.
Loman's my Christian name. Most people call me.
Okay.
Gordon.
Now,
Sorry.
fortunately, as you're debating this, the third member of your team shows up. He was a bit delayed, so. Hey, Scribbly, how you doing?
A bit embarrassed because I managed to oversleep and quite badly.
Yep. No worries. So we're starting leg 2. You know the basics of the job. I'll fill you in the details, but the immediate thing is you catch up with Loman, Monty, and Control. Monty is a talker. Control is a hunter and techie with a drone. You're a lobbyist.
Yes. I am a grenadier.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there is a bridge up ahead, and there has been a barricade, like a telephone pole wrapped with barbed wire around it. And Monty has figured out this is a bandit toll road. If they get near, a dude will pop out from cover nearby and demand like 2 bounty per taker, which none of you have right now, to pass safely. And they're going to have at least one to 3 hidden snipers to shoot you if you don't comply. But you're far enough away, they haven't noticed you. Monty made a crit on his foresight check to figure out what the fuck's going on. Mark off 3 rations as you've been running to catch up with them. We'll just say your character overslept as well.
Most important question:
Yeah.
Are they leading a goat?
They are not leading a goat. There was a goat in the road earlier.
In an alternate universe, we are,
Yeah.
but in this one,
Yeah. Lobbyists, you did not see a goat on the way here. So what happened to the goat is a mystery.
No.
Yeah. So, so there's one bandit near the barricade in front of the bridge, and there's 1 to 3. Basically, your path. There's woods on either side. Well, there's woods on the right side of the path, and then on the left side, it opens up into this flooded town area. It's like stagnant water, mud, that kind of thing. So so bypassing it would either you'd go through the woods and you have to still get across the ravine, or you'd have to go through a big flooded muddy area that really would suck to get through. Yeah. So do you have any questions, lobbyist?
Veblen is fine.
Okay.
For one, is it? I
What
have
is-
one item from Veblen.
Oh yeah, that's fine. If it's an official thing, that's fine. What item is it?
Sling.
Okay.
With the bigger upgrade, so I can use it to throw grenades and Molotov cocktails.
Okay. Very good. Well, you know where the one of the bandits is. He is hidden by a bush next to the barricade. So yeah, you could. It's a long shot from here. If you sneak closer, it'd be an easier shot. But that's if you want to start.
I am
if you just
very
wanna kill-
sneaky, so if
Okay.
you want to kill them, I can just sneak on up and start dropping Molotovs and grenades on them.
You could also sneak up. You could also use the drone just to try and spot the snipers. It does have the whisper drive, so you could use that to try and spot the snipers from above. Because they're probably not trying to conceal themselves from above.
I can do that. That sounds helpful, regardless of what else.
Okay. So that will require a drone check to get into position, and then both you and Monty can make awareness checks because he has the tactical thing. So
Super.
both of you can look through the drone.
Here comes the drone check.
Mhm.
10/4.
Okay. All right. The drone's in position. Both you and Monty can make one awareness check to see.
Each, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Ties go to market.
Yep.
all right, so no pressure here. Hey, look at that. All right. So that's
All
11
right.
over 3, I guess.
11/3. With that, you spot. Now the thing is, you don't know 100%. Obviously, like I said, there's 1 to 3. You spot 2 snipers. That are one is on your side of the ravine. The other one is on the other side of the ravine. You're certain there can't be more than 3 snipers. So there might be a third sniper. But one of them is one of the snipers is a long shot from here. The one across the ravine is just out of range for all your weapons. But he can't. Yeah, from where you are, he couldn't shoot at you either because, yeah, you're just too far. But he does
Shit,
have a good
so-
shot on the road. Yeah.
So at
I
least 2
suppose he'll also
snipers.
be mad if we kill his buddies.
Yeah,
He
a little
would
bit.
be. Or we could just pay his buddies 2 bounty each. You don't happen to have 6 bounty, do you, lobbyist?
In values, yes, I'm a scavenger, so I have lots of stuff. I have Molotov cocktails, grenades, scent blocker, DDJs.
Bandits love booze. You can drink Molotov cocktails, right?
Now, lobbyist, you did not get any prep actions. I could say if you have a networking skill or something, you could call in a favor to get a loan of 6 bounty. That'll make a self-control check too, because that's a lot of bounty to have to give up.
I
Yeah.
mean, I can try and, let them know we'll pay them on the way back. Obviously, they know we're going to this Archivist convention. We've got a great paper. We're gonna make some bounty while we're there. I can bullshit our way through this. We'll just let them know
Well,
we'll pay them on the way back. If we
Because you
fail,
got
Lemon,
Uh,
lemon,
uh,
lemon. If you give bandits an inch, they'll just take a mile.
okay,
But hey, sharing is caring, so I suppose we could.
inch equals.
That is my weak spot. Soft spot, by the way.
what is?
Sharing is caring.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you just if you take all the 6 bounty and just say, don't worry about it, Monty and Control, you don't owe me 2 bounty each. I'll just pay the whole 6 bounty. Like, that'll definitely give you a willpower point, but that's going to be a harder self-control check for stress.
Sure, I have one point in self-control,
Yeah.
and I have to make networking too, don't I? Which I have also 1 point in.
Mm-hmm. Or you could spend a reference to just succeed automatically, but that's another bounty.
Yep. So I'll take this. I'll take this on my cape since I was late and overslept. Sorry, guys. I'll deal with this.
Okay. So are you making a networking check? Well, I guess you can make the networking check, and if you fail, you can still spend the
Yep,
reference.
that's the plan.
All right.
Let me just get into the dice roll.
Conveniently, a goat is worth 6 bounty.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys saw a goat?
They saw a goat and they just let it go.
Why? Why did you let it go? It's a goat. That's so valuable.
We're on a timetable here, okay? We've got to get the server.
All right. What's the order? Is it like black red?
Yeah, black red.
All right. Let's go. Networking. Yay! I make it 501.
All right. Who you borrowing from?
I'm borrowing from an old take-it buddy of mine. Let's call him referee. He's a negotiator. He has a lot of money these days.
Mm-hmm. He's done very well for himself. He's like, how you doing there, old lobbyer? The one who lobbies, the one who lobs.
Yeah. How's it going? How's the old Mercy Street irregulars?
Oh, we're doing quite fat and happy.
I'm sorry I had to leave you guys, but
it's all water under the bridge.
Just had to move, you know.
Yeah. I assume you're here either for information or because you need money.
I don't want to die, so we should pay off the snipers rather than try to fight them.
Sure. That's a call you got to make sometimes. I'll wire. Yeah. I'll wire you the money. That's fine. I owe you that much for that one. But we're even now. You got it. And you still owe. You need to pay me back. So no interest as long as you get it back.
We're on a job. We're on a job.
Yeah.
We'll
right.
get the money.
All right. So 6 bounty worth of crypto is wired to you.
Could we share with him the locations of the snipers, the two snipers, so we can post them?
Y'all three are together, but like one of them's out of range of all of you. From where you are now.
To like post to just say, FYI, take a detour. There's a.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you make a networking check, you can do that to get a rep spot. As other takers like, hey, thanks for the tip.
Once we pass, of course.
Yeah, of course. It's, like Google Maps warning people about speed traps.
Whoever has the most networking should do that.
Okay. So Monty, are you gonna make the? Are you gonna approach
self-control?
Yeah, self-control. For you,
lobbyist.
Me,
lobbyer, lobbyist.
Yeah.
Lobbyer, yeah. From there.
Yeah. So this is going to be a 1-3 stress check.
I'll just take those 3 stress then, or just spend that will. No, I'll take stress.
Yep. You take your 3 stresses. You're like,
planned.
Oh god. There goes your profit margin for this job. You'll be lucky to pay your bills at this rate. So
no, that's not the worst thing. It's just look, it's slowing me down. My profit margins are pretty good since I mostly have used a sling and consumables, which I haven't spent all of yet, and I would have spent more of them. I'm telling myself it's fine. I'm telling myself it's fine.
So Monty, you approach the barricade with your hands up, and a man in a improvised ghillie suit, basically trees and brush and shit taped to his suit, comes out and he's like, "Hey there, looks like look at you, Mister, figuring out what's going on. You by yourself? You got some friends with you?"
No, yeah, I definitely have friends. Tons of friends. And I would like to pay you for each of them to pass through. How are you today? How's business? How are things going?
Oh, it's going great now. I love a nice customer who knows what's up. How many friends do you have with you?
I have 2 friends.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 6 bounty.
Pay him the bounty?
Oh, you just had that ready to go.
Yeah, well, it's my life savings, but I've got a good feeling about today, and I think I'm going to be seeing you again.
Well, you know what? Honestly, so you can tell that the dude is very surprised that you, you don't even have to make sense of each other. You realize this guy likes surprising and intimidating people and seeing the look of the trying to get them to shit their pants, basically. And the fact that you're just like, yeah, no, here it is. He's like, He's pissed that you're not giving him that, but like on the other hand, he's like, well, I am getting paid, so I was like, fuck, all right.
Easiest bounty you'll make all day.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of them, though.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, so he takes your bounty, makes a whistle call, and gives a big thumbs up to somewhere in the woods. And there's a bird call back, and it's like, all right, you can. I'm not going to move the barricade. You can walk around it, and
Am I able to tell if that was from one of the locations of the snipers that I had located?
Give me an awareness check.
An over 8?
It actually comes from the other side of the ravine, but on the opposite side of the, like on the left instead of the right. So like there is a third sniper.
Okay, third sniper. If we come back, good to know. All right, cool.
Yeah. So the three of you pass. You walk around the barricade. You walk over the bus, and you're on your way. So at this point, lobbyist, you get filled in on the job that there are 4 factions at this hotel where the Archivist Assembly is being held. The 4 factions are the Blockchain Brothers, who have the server that you've been hired to get. They have 7 members of the Assembly, and you have their names and faces, so you can spot them in a crowd. There's Front Desk, which is a group that does IT stuff, like computer manuals and that kind of thing. Then there's the Vinyl Veterans. They collect Funko Pops and vinyl records.
Nice.
And Memory, which memory but for memes, digital ephemera. In order to get in the hotel, you have to either have goods to sell or papers. And you guys bought a ghostwritten paper on memes. So you can get in, and it's a very good paper, so the Memory group will really like you. But that's pretty much all you figured out. But
What was the first group?
Blockchain Brothers. They're the ones that have the server you're trying to get.
We're killing them, right?
No, you can if you want, but like your job is to get a server before the Blockchain Brothers hold a seminar to reveal what's on the server. So, yeah,
I don't know. I just had an instant dislike of them.
I mean that's fine. Like, but it is this is an enclave. The archive is an enclave, so there are people around, and there are laws. I mean, that extend inside of it. So if you get caught killing them, it's going to be real bad for you. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. Now, because you'll have a good paper too, they'll also let you keep your weapons, because you've done such good scholarship. Clearly, you're on our side. Also, we're archivists. No one really bothers to kill us because it's not worth the effort. Because we're all armed and crazy, and we don't have anything valuable except to us. So
they thought.
Yeah. So we have one more leg, so everyone mark off a ration, and everyone can give me an awareness check.
Let's see. Awareness. The plus 1. 7 over 2.
Okay. So you spot the thing. Okay. So what you spot, those of you that make it, this is the Ozarks. It's a very hilly region, lots of wooded hills, and so you're walking up and down this road that used to be a highway that cuts through the hills. But as you're going along, you're near the edge of the top of one of these hills. And those of you look out, you can see on a tree on the edge of the hill, the tree dangles over the edge, over a precipice, really. There is something white and plastic in the tree. When you look at it closer, you realize that there is a drone caught in the tree. But it is a tree over the edge of a hill. So getting it would be, well, you can't just. There's a reason why no one's got it, I guess. No one's seen it until you guys have walked by, or they've seen it and they didn't think it was worth the risk of climbing a tree. I mean, if it falls, it's going to fall like a 70-foot drop to the bottom of the hill. It's a pretty sheer drop. Yeah.
Marnie,
Yeah. Yep.
do you think that's worth something?
I'm not sure. I would ask Control. He's the
Oh yeah. Drone, did you see
drone
it?
professional.
Or sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Control.
Control,
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah. Control. You can give me a profession drone check to assess its value.
Ooh.
What was it? What was it? Monty's role was again?
Just awareness, just to spot it.
Oh, I mean, as a character.
12 over.
Monty's a talker. Control is a hunter and techie, and you're the artillery. It sounds like you're the firepower. Does that answer your question?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine now.
Okay. Did you make your check there, Control?
I did.
Yeah, that looks pretty intact. I mean, the wings, the little not wings, blades, propellers, are all shredded. It looks like you can't tell if it flew. It ran out of battery and landed in the tree, or if it was flying up and got caught in the tree. But like the core is intact. So it's probably worth between 5 to 10 bounty, depending on its level. Like, it doesn't look too weathered either, so it's probably fairly recent. Maybe, you can't tell exactly. It doesn't look, like it's been there for years, probably weeks. Yeah. So 5 to 10 bounty probably, if you can get it without any more damage, and you can scavenge it for parts.
That would help put me back in towards the black. So
I think that's
I'd really
fair.
like to go
With the
fetch
effort.
that thing.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
And drones don't have manipulable. It would be like using the landing thing to hook it off, right? It would be pretty tough to remove with a drone.
So what you could do is with like, let's see what kind of skills you have. You don't really
Athletics to climb the tree carefully.
Yeah, you could do athletics just to
Pretty
try and
athletic.
grab it. You'd like if one of you had mechanics, you could try and build like an improvised like device that you could hang off the bottom of the drone, like a hook, and then like pull it out gently, or like a net or something. But yeah,
Lobbyist has 1 in mechanics.
okay, so you could try and build something to put on the bottom of Control's drone to use to carry it. So either like a hook. Probably, just a hook, and then you could just pull it up and over. But that would require precision drone piloting and successful mechanics check.
Athletics check to climb the tree.
It's going to take 2 athletics checks to climb it and get the drone and back safely.
A notoriously terrible roller, so
So
Lobbyist is pretty good at athletics.
yeah, I've got 3.
Yeah, you
I
can
will
spend
stop
more
it.
rations to boost your roll, obviously. So the first check, if you fail the athletics, the consequences are minor. But the second one, the consequences are you fall off the cliff, or you fall off. Yeah, so that's going to be real bad.
what
Yeah.
what about if we use the drone as a delivery device, and we have somebody climb up and attach it, right? So
Okay, that would be
1 athletics and 1 drone.
1 and 1 mechanics, because you still need to build something to attach it. That would yeah. So, but yeah, the mechanics and drone checks are going to be without like life and death consequences.
Does anyone else have mechanics?
I do not.
No.
All right, so Lobbyist is our only bet there.
I could just throw my club at it and see what happens.
No.
Yeah, you can also just fucking shoot it, like, or throw a
Find some
Molotov.
rocks or something.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
fine.
I mean, it'll fall like 70 feet onto a rocky, onto the rocks below. But yeah,
Somebody will catch it.
yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Just have somebody 70 feet below to catch it. Like,
You could angle your drone upside down so it could catch the other drone.
That's
All
right.
right, Occam's razor. Let's go. Simple.
No,
as
let's just either mechanics or 2 athletics with risk. What do you think?
I I think
A
mechanics,
lobbyist is willing to take the athletics with risk.
So,
mechanics could be pretty a good. We could
Do you-
assess it.
Let's see. Do you have a? I think one of you has at least has a toolkit, right, of some kind.
I have electronic.
Okay, that'll work. Because you're just having it to you're just building basically a hook to attach it to, that somebody can manually attach it to. So the thing is for this check though, tell me how many charges you want to spend, and I roll because you're not gonna know how effective your hook is until you actually use it. So I will roll it. I have dice here. Lobby says a skill of 1. How many charges do you want to use from the toolkit?
No, 2.
2. Okay, so you get a +1 to your roll.
You know, I'll do 3 because I.
Okay, so +2 to your roll.
Recharge.
All right. Oops. Okay. All right. You think you've built a good hook?
Awesome.
Then you need a drone check to get the drone in position. And then, so the consequences for this one athletics. Okay. You're unable to get it right in position yet. The wind is pretty strong. You're on top of a hill. So you can, you didn't critically fail. So you're just burning battery charges. So you can try again if you want.
We'll give it another go.
Okay.
I think maybe I just get it.
You did get it?
I got a crit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right. So it's not. So someone needs to make an athletics charge, but the consequences of failing the athletics will be less because the drone piloting is so good. You're able to sort of. He doesn't have to lean out nearly as far. He doesn't get as. Basically, you have to climb up the tree and go out on a limb. Literally out on a limb in order to do this. But not as far as you would have if you had not crit. So who's going to climb up?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm desperate for more bounty now. So I'll spend 1 extra charge. So that's 2 ration.
Okay.
For a total of +4. And I didn't need it, but 11 over 6.
All right. Very good. So you have a drone. It is definitely intact. It is worth 8 bounty. And it's worth 1 hull. So, yeah, you've paid off that. So, that's nice. Of course, you can always use it as a bribe for something later on, too. So, yeah, you don't get any stress back until you actually sell it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Good job. You've done it. And now we get to the actual job site. So, the Crescent Spring and Hotel and Spa is on top of a hill in Arkansas. It has a reputation for being haunted. That's all publicly known, and there's quite a few people. There's fences that have been built around it, and there's you see there's some vehicles that have been pulled in, from horse-drawn wagons to off-road vehicles. There's several drones flying in the air. So yeah, there's an assembly. This is a big social meeting of all the there's also some people are setting up satellite dishes and other long range antenna to help broadcast their signals, because there's going to be a lot of teleconferencing from other archivist groups that can't travel all the way to the Midwest. So yeah, it's a hub of activity. But with the paper, the fact you paid off your ghostwriter, you get in through the fence without an incident. The guard there directs you to the hotel. That's where the conference is going in. Because and in fact, let's see here. You're to meet. This is fine. That's the person, Monty, you've been in contact with at Memory. When you told her about your paper, she's very excited to meet your new group. So you can go to the hotel and talk to her, but there's some people right outside the hotel, vendors and low-level unaffiliated archivists, all talking about preserving everything for aliens, for future generations. Yeah, as an art project, there's just a lot. So yeah, you guys can. Let's see here. Go straight to the hotel, or you, if there's anything you want to do, you could make networking checks without using research devices, persuasion checks, awareness checks. I'll just like lobbyist. Like this is the enclave where your job site is. You know that the Blockchain Brothers, the server's somewhere in that hotel up at the top of the hill. But yeah, is there what is your character thinking?
I'm not very social. I can ask around for explosives and grenades, but I have no very. Do not have a lot of convincing skills.
Okay. There are vendors for explosives. Archivists need to protect themselves like anyone else, and certainly having this many in one place, they're certainly a little more. Security is raised. There are armed guards, and there's also people selling tannerite and other explosives at the very edge, nearest the fences. Well, actually, not nearest the fences. Actually, sort of like well away from the fences because they don't want them to blow up the fences. Now that I think about it, they've actually there's an outdoor pool, and all the explosives are sold in there in case there's an accidental detonation. But yeah, so yeah, so you're just kind of wandering around. So we'll just go to Monty. This is fine. Wants to talk to you. She's with the memery group. So she goes up to you or outside the hotel. It's like, hello. We love your paper on the bacon memes. It's very insightful. How are you? I've never heard of you. By the way, are you using your real name, Monty, or I mean your taker name, or are you making up a new persona for getting into the Archivists?
I think I'll just use the taker name. I'm pretty new to takering, so I think it's still safe.
Yeah, so as far as I know, you're a taker of some kind, but you're really, are you looking to sort of become fully go into the archivist lifestyle, or what about archivism speaks to you for such an inspired paper?
Oh well, thank you so much. You know, it's there's a lot in the digital sphere that I think that we can still maintain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as I alluded to in my paper there. You know, but as a taker, you know, you still got to pay the bills, so it's a balance of both. But one day I hope to really to fund my research just with you know, finding on-site items and relics so that I can continue to contribute to the archive.
Yes, funding the work is a crucial. There's a lot of seminars here and workshops on how to fund the work, especially for some. So yeah, I can get you in some of those. There's a lot of different ways. One, if you're if you can build a following, set up your own community, and really convince other people to do the work, so you can to support you while you do the work. That's usually the best. But yeah, there's a lot there. I assume are your colleagues here? She looks over to Control. Like, are they also? Did they help you on the paper? Are they supporting the work by helping you? Hello, my name is. This is fine. And what's your name? She looks at you, Control.
Yeah, I'm Control. And I'm mostly that first level of support for.
Oh, that's wonderful! I'm so glad you're able to support the work by supporting Monty here. He's really inspired scholarship. And lobbyist, are you there as well?
I'm probably browsing the explosives, to be honest. If I heard there was explosives,
yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm nearby. I'll be right over. Like once I'm done.
Okay. So yes, we don't have a lot of space here at the hotel. There's a lot of people here, of course. Everyone's very excited about this, the big presentation, of course. I mean, the front desk and people have been making a lot of drama about it. It's really odd.
Oh my goodness, I know. Do you have any idea what it is? I love the idea of the cryptocurrency that originated from a meme. I just feel like that'll really speak to what we're trying to preserve.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You would think everyone would be really positive about it, but the front desk people have been very critical of it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not really sure what their deal is. There seems to be a lot of tension in that group too. They've got the let's see, Apache, are their leader, he's been arguing a lot. It's really weird with some of the newer members of his group. So yeah, but there's always drama here. Sorry to say, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. But yeah, we can get you in. We have some floor space for you in our suite. And I've set up sort of a little itinerary for you. I sent it to you over Ubic. Now, in terms of weapons inside the hotel, if they're concealable, that's fine. People get a little nervous with weapons, especially explosives and big guns and things, because there's so many things here. But we understand so if you could just leave them in your rooms, you'll be safe here. You don't need to do that, carry weapons. But I know as takers, you're used to that. But yeah, do you have any questions for me?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just show us to our room. Yeah, I think we'll be good to go.
Okay, so she shows the three. As you head off to the hotel to go to your room, lobby. She shows, "Oh, hello! This is fine." And what's your name there?
I'm LNB.
LLB. Oh, very
LNB,
very...
just LNB. It's a
LNB.
reference.
Oh.
I'm planning to, write a paper on it. But
great! we have some workshops on writing papers. If you have a draft, we could do where we're doing some writing workshops.
It's in the conceptual phase,
Oh, of course. So we understand.
It's a high scope.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard, but we kind of would prefer you to leave your explosives in the room, or we have a secure locker, just to put people's minds at ease.
They're not that explosive. These ones, they're just flammable.
Well, flammable is also pretty bad.
These ones are just the standard, DDJ, in case the vectors start popping around and we can close doorways.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about putting
you wouldn't rob a man of his DDJs.
No. Your paper was so good. We vouched for we got you badges as memory acolyte. So if anyone asks, you are members of our group. Although technically you're kind of on a trial. There's a whole process we have to go through. But it would look really bad on us if there was an accidental weapons discharge. And you're safe here. You don't need to do that. But some people would look a little. It's a little gauche. It's a little awkward to carry.
It's the bandolier with grenades, isn't it?
It is a little. It sends a wrong message. This is a place of a scholarship and networking and
I'll put away the Molotovs and the grenades if you tell me where to put them.
Yes, well, we have a secure locker here in the lobby, or you could leave them in the room. We have a balcony, so if you could just leave them on the balcony, that would be good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, LLB. Yes. Thank you.
LMB.
LMB. All right. Thank you. Well, come this way. And so you go into the hotel, and there's a large hotel. There's a lot of people crowding about. They're talking about it. There's someone set up in the lobby. There's several vendors set up in the lobby, hawking Funko Pops. One guy's like, Bloodstained, 50% off. And there's just it's just like a convention, So you've been to crowded places too, at bazaars and networks and things like that. But they are.
Could I have time to look around for a good deal on something?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
With a networking role.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
More explosives.
Grenades. Yeah. With your did you make your networking check? Go ahead. Yeah.
Let's see. 8/1.
Okay. Now you've got you actually sell your drone now then for the 8 bounty. And then
fun story also, because Lobbyist has been swearing to himself for a while because he actually has 8 bounty left in his, go bag.
Oh.
Because he didn't spend all of his scavenger loot.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you can get any at hotel. You can get whatever. What kind of explosives are you looking for? You can get anything at book prices. Like I said, there's a lot of people here, but basically, if you carry the explosives around, it's going to be a lot harder to do social things. So yeah.
I'm not intending to do many social things, unless it's threaten to blow everything up.
Right.
Well, I mean, we could preserve explosives. That could be our angle, the preservation of.
I could lean in that direction, but I have 8 bounty or 16 if I sell the drone to spend. I could also have looked around for anything you guys wanted if you told me to buy a thing.
Control is on the lookout for, how shall we say, racist memorabilia. There's always at least that one guy who.
Well, actually, racist. Okay.
It has to be preserved.
Yeah. The thing is, everyone here is selling stuff angled at one of the 4 factions because they're the only ones here. So everything is either computers or vinyl or memes. So there's a lot of tech being sold.
Pepe's.
Yeah, there's a hard drive of Pepe's. Yeah.
Oh, I know what would be sold.
Yeah.
As far as there's like these special flashbangs, like the cops had their own brands of flashbangs. These ones really, they pepper sprayed you as you got flashbanged, and there's various kind of like fancy ones, and I could pick up some of those, and those wouldn't be bad to carry around. They're just flashbangs. They're not going to destroy anything unless it's right next to a server or something.
Okay, so yeah, you can get a hard drive of Pepe's, or you can get the flashbangs. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This would be the Punish Old Prejudices weak spot.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you're looking for a weak spot. Okay. All right. Give me an awareness check.
Okay.
I'll give you an opportunity for that.
Okay.
All right.
So ideally, ties.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't see an opportunity for that.
Okay.
Right now. Yeah, if you're angling for willpower, okay, that would have made more sense.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. I get it. If you spin a reference, you could like, is there any really prejudicial shit going on here? And go and have an encounter to stomp it out and get your willpower. But if you want to spin a reference, but if not, yeah.
Can I make just like a high powered magnet, or like something that would serve as a EMP if I like dropped it on a hard drive with my electronics kit?
Yeah. Oh, I see. You want to wipe the Pepe hard drive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll just have it on him, and then look for opportunities later.
Okay. No, with that you can have the magnet. You see the hard drive. It's full. Oh yeah, no. Okay, it's a hard drive full of 4chan threads, and 8chan threads. So like, if you have the magnet, it's in a public place though. You can just drop the magnet on it and cause a scene, or if you have criminality, you could do sleight of hand, but you'd be risking things. Yeah, it's not stealth because there's too many people.
Yeah.
Criminality would definitely work.
I will wait on that, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's a hard drive full of 4chan and 8chan threads. If you can destroy that without paying for it, you can get a willpower point. So you just have them back ahead. So at this point, all of you do see members of the Blockchain Brothers. A couple of them, Hodel and Satoshi. They're there, mingling with people and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'll just go sort of. We'll start with Monty. You've been given access to your rooms. You all have badges. You all can wander around the assembly. I'll say the seminar is tomorrow, so you have tonight, tomorrow afternoon. So you have about 24 hours to figure out how to get the server before the others. And you have a couple leads. The front desk has been causing drama about that. You could look into that. You've spotted at least 2 of the members of the Blockchain Brothers. You could do something about that. You can make a foresight check to get ideas. Or, what do you want to do, Monty?
Gosh, the seminar was tomorrow. We totally could have saved that goat. Let's.
Well, if you'd saved that goat, you would have had less time here. Like, you don't know.
24 hours, 22 hours, potato.
Okay.
Let's do the foresight.
You also
check.
could have gotten killed by the casualties. Like, you
That's
don't know.
true. That's true. And then we would have been very late.
Mm-hmm.
I'll against my better judgment take the foresight check to see what I can find out here. Once my computer behaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, critical success, yeah. Or do I have to add my bonus for it to be a success?
Okay. So 2 things occur to you with a critical success. One, the front desk agitating about the server like that. That strikes you as really odd. And you're wondering if perhaps they are trying to... What if they're actually also trying to get the server? What if they have the same goal as you do? You don't know why, but like that's really troubling.
They know something.
They definitely know something. So that might be worth pursuing. You could talk now. You do remember, this is fine said that the leader of that Apache. Let's see here.
He's been arguing with the new members.
Yeah, has been arguing with new members, so that's really interesting. So you could talk to Apache or the new members about that. Now, the other thing, if you just want to focus on getting the server, you need to figure out, the real 2 ways are, do you sneak it out or do you rush it out? Like, if you sneak it out, obviously you'd have time to get away to make it to your drop site, which is just along the path back. You just need to get it out of here before the thing. In fact, the client will contact you with more details once you have the server and you're out of the enclave. If you rush it out, then you just need to figure out where it is physically and how to get out of the enclave as fast as possible, because you're pretty certain none of the other only the Blockchain Brothers are going to pursue you out of the enclave. Like, no one's going to risk their life for this server once they're out of the safety of the enclave's walls. Everyone would take shots at you one year, but like, they're not going to chase you. But the Blockchain Brothers might. So if you incapacitate them or get rid of them, then no one will chase you. You'll be safe once you get outside. So So I'll give you advice based on which angle you think sounds better to you: sneak, stealth, or speed. Because you're definitely not going to win with force. There's 3 of you, and there's probably a couple hundred people here, and most of them are armed. So, yeah.
All right. So, control lobbyist. What do you think? We've got a few angles that we can approach.
Well, if we just want to nab it and run, if we can find where it is, I did see some flashbangs, screamers, bangers, some even remote controlled, so we could set up like buy and then set up. It's going to cut into our profit margin though, but we can like set up a path of just absolute mayhem and run through while people are confused.
So that's a vote for speed. Control. What about you?
I think we have a pretty nice. We're getting some nice reputation here, right? It would be a shame to burn it all on one heist. If we were stealthy, maybe we could keep keep some of the folks as contacts.
Okay, so that's a vote for stealth.
Keep in mind we have like 16. I'm willing to invest a bit. 16 bounty worth. We can just buy stuff for or bribe people or just do your magic, Monty. Is what I'm saying.
So yeah,
and I had to split the vote 3 ways, but we could also maybe kind of figure out what's going on with the front desk to see if we can use that to leverage the outcome.
Okay, so you want to? Okay, so that just that. So you're not selling on the plan until you deal with front desk, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just give you more information on front desk. So you can give me with your critical foresight. You decide to do some people watching. You pull up photos of Apache, and you can spot him at like there's a big public place and people are moving about. So it's pretty easy for the 3 of you to figure out where Apache is and then to just watch him and see what he does for a bit. So you find Apache. He's talking to people. He's talking to a lot of different people. Everyone wants to talk to him because again he's a leader. He has a lot of shit to deal with. So all of you watch him. Can give him if you have sensitivity, you can give me a sensitivity check.
No.
No.
Yes, 6 over 4.
Okay. You see him talk. What really catches your eye is Apache's a lanky guy. He has a couple tattoos on his arm, a ponytail, a goatee. He looks like, well, a lot of IT guys. He's like, yeah, no. He's like, yeah, no, that tracks. But then these 2 brick shit houses show up. And they start talking to him, and they're both just corded muscle, and they look like linebackers or takers. They look out of place, but you notice their badges have front desk's icon on it. Those must be the 2 new members, and they have low whispers. They look very pissed and serious. And IT and Apache does not.
Can I sneak up and listen to what they're talking about?
You can with a stealth check.
I will do that then. That's 12 over 5.
Nice.
Okay. With 12 over 5, you can hear the new members are pushing Apache to publicly denounce the Blockchain Brothers as bringing fraudulent tech in. And that they server is to cancel the seminar, to publicly call on them to lean in on that, and Apache is very tense. He's very stressed out. He's like, no, I've made my call. I'm going to listen to what they have to say before I make a statement. You've given me very little proof. But then the guy says, just remember your past, all right? And he says, look, if I do that, that'll end front desk. It'll end us. It goes against everything the Archivist says. You're asking too much. They say this isn't over. After that meeting, the 2 guys walk away, and
I silently creep out from under the table and move back to the others.
Oh yeah, you're crouched behind a couch the entire time.
This isn't where I parked my car.
And basically, Apache goes to the bar to get a drink.
It sounds like he doesn't want that server here, or at least those 2 takers don't want it here. Maybe we can help them out. Maybe we can give an out. If we get away with the server before they can announce it, that solves his problem.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe we should sidle up to the bar and buy the guy a drink and figure out what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Go with that if that's okay with you guys. Control.
All right, Monty, you go there. You're like, hey, you look stressed. We're you introduce yourself. He's like, oh yeah, oh bacon. I remember bacon memes. They're great. So yeah, give me a sensitivity check. I'll give you +1 because you got inside info on him. So
That's enough to make it. So that'll be 5 over 4.
okay.
Bless you,
So
Mark.
yeah, you with a few drinks in them, you loosen them up, and you gingerly approach the server, and he's just like, yeah, there's internal disagreement about that in our group, and I'm in a real tough spot here. So you can give me a sensitivity check now, Monty.
That would be at least a 10 over 4.
Okay.
11 over 4.
So you realize he has secrets that he's not going to tell an outsider, but with your successful sensitivity check, if you reveal a secret to him, he might open up to you.
Okay. All right. So, Apache, this may just be the booze talking, but I want to tell you something about myself and my friends here. We're actually here to steal that server. Can you believe that? I don't actually know anything about memes. Not a damn thing. But I feel like together we can come to a harmonious accord. What do you say?
Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Here, let's get out of here. So he takes you out of the bar, and leads you. The control and lobbyists. Both of you give me awareness checks.
I would have liked to be doing some like kind of Overwatch. Fail on my awareness.
Okay, well, you were providing Overwatch. You did a really good job.
Using.
Well, I'm actually paying attention. 9 over
Okay.
5.
You cannot use drone indoors in a crowded
Right.
building.
What about a pupper?
Yeah,
He does
dog.
have
Yeah.
Everybody loves it.
Give me a dog handling check.
All right.
He does have a silent drone, so he could just be flying up there.
Also
Well,
fail.
Okay, well, your dog. You're
He's
trying
playing with this dog. That's what's going on.
Everyone loves the dog.
It's belly rubs.
Yeah, he gets belly rubs. Yeah, so you can't really have time to use drones, and like there's not it's a hotel lobby, so there's some clearance, but not like the bar is not like that place. So lobbies, did you make an awareness check?
Oh yes, 9 over 5.
Oh yeah, one of those brick shit houses has been watching Monty talk to Apache. So yeah, and
Well, not close enough to listen in, just watching.
yeah, he's watching, but like Apache goes off and wants Monty. He wants you to follow that. So now you know you're being watched. So, Monty, do you have stealth?
I do not have stealth.
All right. So basically, lobbies. You realize, yeah,
With foresight, could I come up with a scheme to distract the?
the brick shit house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
10 over 7.
Brilliant.
Yep. Well, there's two options. One is to send the dog at the brick shit house and get people in between the people petting the dog in front of the brick shit house. Or two, spill a drink on him.
Let's see.
Spill a drink.
Fine, I'll spill the drink.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you
wander
spill a
past.
drink.
Fuck. Damn it!
yeah.
How could you spill my drink like that?
He
That's
just
alcohol use.
he's like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. He gets up and pushes past you, but you make enough of a fuss.
Nah. You gotta buy me a new drink now, buddy.
What? You're the one who spilled the drink.
No, you jostled me.
I was sitting down in a chair.
Yeah, and you turned around and you nudged my hand.
I don't have time for this. He just pushes by you and walks away. But you've given him enough time that he doesn't. You can see that he doesn't know where Monty or Apache went. So you distracted him, but now he just leaves. He's clearly 100% focused on the job.
And he doesn't like LMB.
Yeah. No, he does not. But he doesn't even really acknowledge you. You're not the mission. He is 100% focused.
If I had sensitivity, I'd roll it. at
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but I don't. So I
Yeah.
just think he's not.
Well, that's what you get with nothing train. Like that's just obvious. The fact that this big dude did not get angry at you, he's just like was so focused on
Ha,
something else.
that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. But anyways, Apache pulls you aside, Monty, into a corner. He's like, "Okay, front desk has been funded by the U.S. government by DHQS
Holy shit.
to keep tabs on the archivist because you never know what they're going to dig up, and I don't know exactly what's on that server that they're so pissed, but our two new members, they're fucking, they're not they're not archivists. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're here to get the server to make sure the seminar does not happen at all costs. So, but look, if you're Taker, man, you've got connections, right?
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to be a U.S. puppet if it means this kind of shit. If you yeah, look, you help us get rid of these two guys, I guess, and I'll help you get the cert. We need your protection, though.
Yeah, I think we can manage that. Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We can live at your enclave, right?
Sure. Yeah, the more the merrier.
Yeah. Uh huh. Your enclave's very crowded.
It's very crowded, though.
Yeah. Look, man, as long as you can protect us from like fucking, they know where we live now. I mean, we need to move, obviously. I guess we could move out west, but we'll need some place to set it up. We can't just head out. But yeah, we need your help. Look, you help us. We'll help you, and you help us, right?
Absolutely. You know what? Let's figure out the task at hand. Everything else is a tomorrow problem.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, you're takers. You got in here. You yeah, you're really smart. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah.
All right. So just
Oh,
so
wait.
that I'm clear,
Sorry. Apache is yeah. I think Memory. I think that this is fine. I think she talked to me about it. She made some references to the server. I think she knows something about it. I think she's really eager to see the seminar. She seems very nice, but there's a part of her, man, that scares me.
really, you know,
Yeah.
we have a pretty good in with her right now with the whole bacon paper, but maybe we could check on that for you. Let me just make sure I've got everything straight. The ropey muscled guys, they don't want the brothers to make their presentation.
Right.
You just don't want to interfere with anything, but it seems like you're not sure either way what you want to do. So you're okay if we maybe liberate this server from its current possessors?
Oh, as long as we don't have to give up front desk's reputation. Like they want us to like denounce it, cause a scene, and do everything we can, call in all my favors, stuff like that, which would like is against everything the archivists stand for. So like I would burn my reputation, all the years of work I've put in.
Sure,
Yeah.
but ultimately, that the archivists survive in the long term, you know, sometimes we have to endure that sort of thing. And
Well, look, if the server disappears, it's not my fault.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
He's
not.
also not an archivist, he said. He's
Yeah,
just a double agent.
Yeah, apparently a bridge too far for him was to like burn his reputation to denounce it. So, yeah, as long
So
as
let's
he's not publicly tied to anything, he doesn't care.
Sure, let's allow you to save face. You won't know anything of what's about to happen, and you give us a little assistance. We'll do our research, and we'll make sure that the brothers never make their presentation. Their server disappears, and everybody lives happily ever after.
You can
Yeah.
ask if he knows anything about where the blockchain brothers are keeping the server, if we're heisting it.
Exactly. To that end,
Mhm.
as my associate has pointed out, is there anything that you might be able to provide us that may help us in our endeavor?
I mean, I know the room that they're staying in. They stashed a couple of cases of gear I can't get in. It's got like a digital or a keypad on it. They said it was Archivist. Well, they told me not to ask what's in their cases. But that's in our room because that's the only place they could store it. So I could take you to the room, but yeah, they're yeah. I don't know what else you want. I mean, there's me and three others that are not those two guys.
So at this point, how far are we away until the blockchain brothers make their presentation?
Now it's evening, so probably 12 hours. Yeah. Well, like 13 hours, 14 hours, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got half a day to get in there. Control lobbyist. What are you guys feeling?
If we joined up, I thought I was distracting the.
Yeah, he was distracting the guard.
Control, what are you feeling?
I was failing to distract the guard.
Well, you can leave, like you can separate now. If you're not, if you're not gonna like take me to the room right now, Apache, you can just message each other on Ubik now.
Yeah, Control has Ubik. Lobbyist, you don't have Ubik or a laptop?
Nope.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons why I was desperately trying to jog and catch up to you because I had no way to get in touch.
Yep. So the three of you can rendezvous with each other eventually. It's a hotel. You can find each other.
Sure.
And Apache is somewhere in the hotel, but you can contact him on Ubik.
Okay.
And,
right, so we can start hashing out a plan now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exposition.
None of us are sneaky criminal types, are we? I'm just a sneaky type, not criminal.
Yeah. No criminality.
No criminality.
So
I'll be right back.
busting into the room
getting some water.
would have to be via the keys that Apache gives us.
Okay, so we'd be able to access the room with the server.
Yes, if we can get the key from Apache and he says, "Oh, they stole it" or something like that.
Sure.
It's a keypad though, right? So he probably doesn't have access.
It's a keypad.
I thought they were like together. They're not.
I don't.
The blockchain brothers are not with front desk.
No. No,
okay, good.
The front desk is kind of split in their approach. If you consider the new guys to be actually part of it.
They're DHQS hitmen, if you ask me, but like they're here to stop it at any cost. Okay, there's gonna be some murders then, either tonight or tomorrow.
But really, DHQS, the two new members, they don't want the server to be shown. Really, it seems like Apache just doesn't want the server for themselves,
or they might want to destroy the server. What were you saying?
Well, if they want to destroy the server, or they want the information on the server not to be presented, they could be allies.
All right,
Apache just doesn't want to have to take a side, it seems like.
Yeah.
He wants protection, and like a crowded enclave could be good for that. And he could disappear in the crowd, start changing his hairstyle and stuff. So we can give them kind of what they want. But if they help us, they have to drop off the face of the earth for a bit because the DHQS agents probably want that server for themselves, or they want it to be gone, not to be sold to the highest bidder.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get a sense of so he was being pressured to denounce it. Do they want it shown and then denounced, or do they?
No, basically the DHQS wants the seminar stopped at all costs. The first way is to get the front desk group to like pull their weight and call in all their favors to cancel it. Make allegations that it's fake, that it's, hurting the sign in like doing that would basically cause it may or may not succeed. That you don't know the politics of the Archivist group well enough. But regardless, the attempt would ruin their reputation as like, oh god, those people are assholes. What the fuck's wrong with them? Because it's like, yeah,
they shot down something that could have been credible, but
yeah, exactly.
No reason.
So that, and Apache doesn't want to ruin all of his reputation and all his for all that work, and because probably he doesn't think it would work anyway. And probably wouldn't stop the DHQS guys from doing whatever they're going to do anyways, because they're probably going to want the server themselves anyway to make sure it can never be shown at all, not just at the seminar, but like, yeah.
And
or you're
our
selling it.
Yeah.
our patron wants the server itself, not to be shown.
You could ask that's actually they want the physical server now.
Could send them a message that the DHQS is interested as well, and
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, they may not even
Renegotiate.
want the information on it. They
Okay,
may
so
just want the last known 3090.
if
RG
one of you
access.
wants to burn a charge off of your laptop or Ubix specs, you can get an update from your client.
Okay, I'll get the update from the client, burn a charge.
All right, so they're like, well, that is not entirely unexpected. Thank you for anticipating it. We can amend the contract. We want the data on the server more than anything else. If you can, we can provide a program if you can get physical access to the server and at least 3 hours of access time to copy the data and then delete it or destroy the server so that no one else has. We want exclusive access of the data. Physical control of the server is the best thing. Sending the data to us via UBIC and then confirming to us that you have destroyed the server's hard drive so it does not exist anymore except with our control would be acceptable. But
Gotcha.
those are the only two scenarios we can see. We want exclusive control of the data on the server. Okay.
all right. Like the server, do they know anything about the specific tech since they have tech that
They give you a
interfaces?
program that if you plug it into, if you use this program, if you plug your laptop or Ubix specs into the server and run this program, it'll send the data. It'll take approximately 3 hours to send it to them. And then you'll have to physically destroy the server. So you don't have to make any skill checks to do it. They send you the app.
But we have to sit on the server for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of data, apparently.
Yep.
After that, would magnet bricking it work?
They want it physically. They want video evidence of the hard drives being physically broken. They can't. That's the thing, because if you you could say you've magnetized it, but like, how would they know?
Okay.
But like a picture of the server, which is got serial numbers and stuff with like a bullet hole in the drive or snapped into or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just mainly asking because if we want to get out of there without causing a big ruckus, if we could get a hold.
Well, you
Just
could snap-
magneting would be quieter, but if you want me to grenade it, I'll grenade it.
Well, you could if you can open up the server, you can physically snap the hard drive or
Yeah. Easier to smuggle a hard drive in the pockets.
Yeah,
than the
it's
entire
not.
case.
You can put a pillow over the hard drive and run a hammer on it.
Smother it in its sleep.
Yeah,
Shh,
Yeah.
sleep, sweet prince.
yeah, or set it on fire or whatever. Yeah, setting the server on fire would definitely work too. And if you set it on fire in the balcony, it would be a while before people noticed. So like minutes at least, which would give you, if you're clever, enough time. Or you could just drop it off the balcony. It's a tall hotel, so yeah.
That's a good point. Like gravity to do the work.
I could use my sling and fling it off into the far distance. No one will ever find it.
Yeah, if you shot a video of that, that would serve as proof. Yeah. You know what you know? People with foresight checks can... well, actually, you do have a lead of talking to This Is Fine, because apparently she knows more.
She's also, an archivist and actually a zealot.
Yeah.
Are we sure we want to engage with that?
What would her align? She wants to see what the reveal is, right?
Yeah.
She wants to know if it's worth preserving. So if we gave her a copy, she'd probably just preserve it. And we could just not tell the client that we shared it.
Monty, you could... give me a sensitivity check, then.
That's a terrible decision, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway.
Well, this is you trying to figure out how to get the information from This Is Fine without tipping your head. This is just figuring... Okay. So you could feed her some gossip about, like, oh, I saw Apache talking to those two new guys. They and then like speculate. Oh, I bet they're not even front desk people. I bet they're like mercenaries or takers or something. That's weird. And then if you give her a little bit of juicy gossip, she might tell you what you want to know. As like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. So just gossip for gossip.
If we get the enclave on, if we can point the enclave at the other two, and DHQS trying to stop our stuff. That would, prevent them from being able to do the shit they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. How would you do that though? Without revealing yourself.
Does anyone have research?
I do.
We could try to find out where those guys are from. Like, they're agents. They might have been spotted somewhere else.
That's true.
And if we can ID them and go like, hey, weren't these guys in the recession?
Mm-hmm.
Can I research the two agents?
Yeah, you sure can. They're members of front desk. They're listed. Everyone's photo has to be shown because for security purposes. So
11 over 5.
11 over 5. Yeah. With that, you're able
upgrade
to
it to a crit. Spend a will. Get the really juicy goss.
I only have 1 will though, and I want to save it. Use it to save our lives.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry.
That's fair. So with a basic success, you realize you can prove that they're not really archivists. That they've shown up. Their research is not very good. And they're so you could prove that they're frauds. Unfortunately, they could counteract if it comes from you. That they could just probably return the thing, but like, you guys are frauds too.
Because we're also frauds, yeah.
Yeah, so if you can get someone else to say it, it would probably.
Takes a fraud to know a fraud, though.
Yeah. So you have some leads on it. Now, if you make a computer science check, you could hack into some things and try and get better information. But obviously, the consequences of failing that would be very dire. Or we'd be you don't know what the consequences are. It'd actually be fine.
Computer science check.
We could also
or
go
any
the
of
other
you
way.
computers people. Yeah.
I mean, I was an accountant before the crash.
Oh yeah, none of you
really well. I can do pivot tables if you're into
that. We could pull a reference.
We could pull a reference
So,
potentially.
None of you are hackers. Sorry, I keep forgetting computers not like a standard skill in this game.
But I can do VLOOKUPs.
Yeah,
so it's basically
it's basically the same. Yeah.
We could also go the other way. We could let them, if we're pretty sure they'll break in, we could let them break in, and then ambush them. Right, like let them do the hard work, and then take it from them.
Yeah. Since you're onto them and they're not onto you, you could watch them. That's true. And you could react to whatever they do.
But Apache might get cold feet and reveal us if we don't do anything.
Yeah. That's true as well. He is a wild card at this point. Not a computer scientist. Yeah, you can spend a reference if you want to upgrade that. I would allow that.
Could we convince the Mahler twins that it's been moved up and force them to go loud?
I mean, that would be very, very hard to do.
Okay.
Because like it's the highlight event of the entire thing. So, and they have no
reference.
Okay. You can spend a reference with somebody in the military, since you know that they're DHQS. You could hey, they probably have military records from before the recession. Be like, why are these? So who do you know that would know about military records?
Seth Ubik-Handle Parsec.
Parsec?
He worked for the NSA before the crash and is now integrated into DHQS.
Okay. All right, so he's like, oh yeah, no, I hate those fucking goons. They make her work so hard. Those kind of fucking they think they just can kill their way out of everything. That causes us so much problems later on. Can't really win the hearts and minds with a lot of burned villages. Here's what I can do. I can get you photos of them at a Navy SEAL graduation ceremony. So why are Navy SEALs joining the Archivist all of a sudden? That's pretty sus. If you leak it to someone not connected to you, you'd probably get them tossed out. Because that's the kind of thing that it's not it's enough to get them bound. Well, at least probably they brought some really nasty shit with them too. They would probably have their luggage searched, and that would probably reveal them to be not of pure intentions. So yeah, I just wouldn't have it connected to you because they'll 100% go after whoever ratted them out.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get them tossed out and then kill them ourselves, that might. I'm not talking to the HQS guy by now. Like just, well, if they die in the wilderness, that happens, right?
You want us to kill Navy SEALs?
True. I'm just.
You
saying
have
grenades
explodies.
can solve lots
I
of
have
problems,
a club.
Grenades can solve a lot of problems. Okay.
Grenades can solve a lot of problems.
I'm just letting you know.
Especially if their shit gets
That's on you.
confiscated.
Okay.
But maybe they might not do that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, the best plan would be not to get found out, that we were the one who outed them, and that we have the server thereafter, or the data thereafter.
All right. Cool.
So you could leak their names anonymously, which wouldn't have a less effect, but be safer for everyone. Or you could get someone or someone credible to give that information to them and have that do that, but they'll be at risk, obviously.
Well, if we can convince them to basically strip them naked and send them out, because danger, these killers.
You have no idea how you don't know enough about Archivist politics. You know exactly how they would react. Also depends on how these Navy SEALs how they react when they're confronted with this information.
Oh, if they start killing people, that's a great distraction.
Yeah, if they start killing people, then they'll there's two. No matter how badass they are, there's only two of them. There's hundreds of armed archivists, and the archivists have been surviving in the Lost for 5 years, so they're not exactly pushovers either. So yeah, they'll die if they do that. So
they're facing the same problem we do if we go the hostile route, which is death.
Yeah, stealth is not an option. If you go loud in this mission, you better speedrun it because you're not. Yeah. So yeah. The only people you don't have to make a sensitivity check. No, Apache will not do this for you, because that's the last thing he wants is the DHQS even more pissed at him. This is fine. Might do it. This is fine. Might do it.
Seems our best bet.
If we give her a copy, especially, but then we can't tell our client that we gave her a copy.
Well, we just don't address that, right? These people are threats. They're gonna try and remove this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could betray your client. He's not gonna know, or they're not gonna know.
Oh it's saying not mention it too. This is fine. That we're off.
A lie of omission, if you will.
But that lie would have to be given by you, Monty. I have no poker face whatsoever.
But it would be.
I rolled terribly, but I do have a +3, so really it's a 1.
Okay, so you're talking to this is fine. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
What were you saying, Control, before we get started?
Yeah, no. DHQS, as far as we know, is not our
Client, no.
No, clearly not, because your client wants the data. DHQS wants the data to not be seen. So, which are slightly different goals. Now, you don't know. You assume it sounds like DHQS wants to destroy the data outright.
Sure.
And your client wants the data for themselves.
Is there any leverage we can, because our client said that given 3 hours, we could upload the data to them, film us destroying the physical hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
That may be valuable to DHQS as well. Just putting that out there as potential leverage if we want to play multiple sides.
Well,
that's true.
There's a couple of things I can see. We know the room. And do you know what you can do when you know the room of someone? You can get the room next door, get into that, and climb over the balconies and get into the room. Mm-hmm. So if we distract the blockchain brothers with anything, like, say, a trial for 2 DHQS agents, we can get in there, get access to the server, and probably just have to sneak off with it and hide it somewhere for 3 hours so that we can upload it and then destroy the hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a sneaky op.
Mm-hmm.
So we think sneak.
I will say for free, pretty much every room is going to be occupied by someone, but you can obviously watch certain rooms, wait for people to leave, and then break in or talk your way into a room. So, yeah.
Yep. We can also. No, wait. None of us have criminality, so we can't actually steal room door keys or anything like that.
We are all upstanding citizens.
Yeah. Oh, so why don't you talk to This Is Fine first and see if you can get more information or get her to leak the info about the seals.
Okay.
That's something, at least. I mean, you can at least get trade gossip for gossip and find out what the deal about the server is.
Do we know what the process will be for getting the DHQS guys kicked out? If there's a trial or anything that will actually distract the blockchain robbers?
Research or networking, you'd be able to find out more about how Archivists deal with
networking then.
Okay.
7/2.
Okay. You think the process, they've had meddlers and takers and spies in the past, and usually they send security people to apprehend them. They search luggage, talk to them, and in this case, because they have not declared, one archivist ask if you've had any special forces or extensive military records, that you have to reveal it. Because of the DHQS angle, because they did not declare that they were Navy SEALs, that's enough to get them kicked out of the. There are former special forces people here, but they've declared it, and they've proven themselves that they are not loyal to DHQS, but to the cause. And because they hid their backgrounds, that they would get kicked out. Their gear. They'll certainly be allowed to leave with enough weapons to defend themselves, but they'll probably heavy weapons would probably anything that could harm
the sniper rifle isn't being
sniper rifles and explosives would be confiscated. Anything that could harm the integrity of the enclave, and then they'd be banned from all archivists. Their faces would be sent around to all archivists around the country, and they'd be persona non grata for the rest of their lives. And if they fight back at any point, they'll just be shot.
Yeah.
So that's the procedure they would do. They're not going to just shoot them. They archivists at least here try to be have some kind of lawful procedure.
Yeah,
but
the problem here is they'll still be in the area, even if under.
Yeah, they'll be told to get out of sight of the enclave, and if they're found lingering near the enclave, they'll be treated as intruders and hunted down.
Yeah, but they'll still be fishing for information with Apache.
You don't know what the SEALs would do to Apache. I mean, Apache would be safe in the archive, but he's only a visitor here. He'd have to leave eventually. And they could set up a couple miles outside of the enclave and wait for him.
And he's going to be the suspect number one for the reveal.
Possibly.
Or at least one of their suspects. So they want to interrogate him, and then he might reveal us.
Apparently, DHQS has been funding Front Desk for a while, so they're going to be pissed at him for not doing, they've been paying him to do shit for them for a while, and now he's not performing. So they might go after him just for that. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why he wants you to protect. You would probably have to escort Apache back to your enclave.
Yeah, I'm just saying if we don't actually tell Apache it's going to be fine, come with us, he's going to rat us out.
Now, the other thing is you could just murder these two if you ambush them, and then they're Navy SEALs, they're DHQS, search their gear, and they would be like, yep, no, they're definitely there. They would believe you, and you'd be fine. You just have to, ambush and murder two Navy SEAls.
Sure. You want the three of us, an accountant, a drone pilot, and an explodey guy. Explodey guy, I feel, has...
It's called Grenadier.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you also have to do that without damaging the hotel too much, because you'd definitely be responsible for any damage to the hotel. So you'd have to, you could come up with a bad shoot or a good shoot, basically.
I mean, the hotel is haunted. Who's to say that It wasn't just red.
There are some ghost
Loading
hunting
things.
archivists here. They do that every year. They try and find ghosts. But that's just, yeah. So, yeah, you could try and do that.
Like we have 2, maybe 3 problems there. One, we still haven't figured out how to get into the Blockchain Brothers room and connect to the server for 3 hours without the Blockchain Brothers stopping that. We need to deal with the DHQS agents, and we need to deal with Apache, who knows we're here for the server. So that's our 3 things right now. And Apache is easy enough. We just say that, come with us, we'll protect you, and then we have to do that.
Which means an extra 2 bounty on the way back through
the DHQS brothers. We can also do this if we go to This Is Fine and help them.
Lobbyist, you could actually give me a foresight check.
Right. 9/7.
Well, you're an explosive guy, right? You can
No,
rig.
no,
Okay.
I'm a throw explosives guy.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't be.
There's a crucial difference here.
Yes is the right answer.
Well, if you had a reference, someone could talk you through setting a door trap. If you could convince the two Navy guys to walk the 2 SEALs to walk through a particular door at a particular time that you've rigged, you don't have to worry about them. And then be like, well, they were clearly going in a place they weren't supposed to, and people set traps. You could defend your rooms, and like it's deniable to you. Yeah, that's another option to you.
Well, in that case, if I could get some stuff and upgrade my DDJs to homebrew DDJs, so
yeah, you have the money to do that. Yeah, and I said there's explosive vendors here, so yeah, you could get those upgrades.
we could make it real ugly. They'll get hurt in addition. Or just triggering a DDJ would probably be sufficient.
Let me look at their stats real quick.
But they are like Navy SEALs, so they might, be careful about traps.
They might be, but they would not expect a trap here. With your successful foresight trap here, they would not expect. They're undercover in a hotel with hundreds of archivists, and they're not omniscient unless they get some sort of indicator that they're going to get a trap door. Like, they're just walking through doors all the time, like, because this is an active hotel. And nobody's, as far as they know, nobody's on to them. You haven't given them any indication that they should be aware of you yet. You're the only thing you've done to interact with is spill a drink on them, which that's now that was sort of your one free thing to interact with them. Now, if you do anything else, they'll have a chance of like getting suspicious, But like,
that was just me. Control could interact with them or Monty. Although they know we're a group, so if we
So right now, if you can get, you could use Apache to tell them to go through this door to get the server, and then they get blown up.
Yeah, but that's Apache really burning his.
Well, I mean, if they're dead, the DHQS doesn't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, like basically you can set up an ambush. No one knows that Apache sent them there. They just blew up, and nobody knows what the fuck happened. And then you all probably just get the server, get the fuck out of there as quickly as possible. Yeah. So that would be a way of doing it. You just find a place. One of you can make a foresight check to figure out a good place to set up an ambush. Then Apache could be like, what if we just get you the server, and I know a way to get the server, go through there, and they have no reason not to trust him. They would go through the door, and then they blow up. So that would be one way of doing it. But like, or you could set up an ambush there. But you could use Apache to get them to an isolated place, and then you kill them.
Blow them up.
Yeah. So, or it doesn't have to be explosive. Yeah.
I'm an explosives guy, so I don't really have the subtle options available to me in killing.
But yeah. So someone can give me a foresight check to.
I think we can get them kicked out by
foresight
just
+1
triggering that.
I'll make it.
All right. Yeah, you have the leverage to get them kicked out if you feed it to This Is Fine, or So that or anonymously, but anonymously would take longer because people would have to talk about.
Check. 11/8.
Okay, 11/8. So, this is a big hotel. There's underground service tunnels.
We can
Between
chunky
this and
salsa them.
yeah, you can chunky salsa them.
What?
Basically, you tell Apache to tell, you know, Apache takes them underground, telling them the server's being moved here. I found out if you guys just want the server, just get it yourself now. Then there won't be a seminar, and then they go. Then you've set up the ambush there.
And Apache can just say that, they ran into the
Oh
protection.
no,
measure.
Apache just leaves. Like nobody knows the service tunnels. If you make your awareness checks and shit like that, then nobody will know Apache was there either. So there's just two dead chunky salsa dudes there. People are like, "What the fuck happened?" Yeah. So that would be an option. The other option is to get them kicked out.
What do you say, guys? Murder so that we don't have to deal with them, or kick them out so that we probably have to deal with them if they figure out where we're at, and we have to protect Apache so he doesn't rat out that.
I don't feel strongly in either way, but now I have a craving for chunky salsa. No cilantro though.
All right.
Murder is simpler.
I've
Okay.
got the gene.
Significantly simpler, yeah.
All right. So, lobbies, do you still have a reference left?
I do.
Okay, yeah, you can spin that reference to get a demolition expert to walk you through a really good ambush explosive with DDJs.
I know what his name is. Hot
What?
sauce.
Hot sauce. Hot sauce is he loves making chunky hot sauce, as he calls it.
Oh, jeez.
So he just wants to know. He can tell you how to do it. Do you want it to be a tripwire or do you want it to be a remote control? Because you don't want a timer on that. Because that's
No.
Yeah.
Like, tripwire, they might actually spot. So remote control will probably be best if
Okay.
we can hide somewhere nearby and just.
Okay. DDJs are very focused, so you can spend 2 charges, 1 for each dude. And basically, he's a very good cat. Basically, you have to have eyes on it in order to trigger it accurately. Basically, you can line it up and so that you know when they're at this spot in the tunnel, this explosive will kill whoever's standing there, and this spot. So, and the tunnel is wide, just narrow enough that they have to go single file. So basically, you wait until both guys are lined up, and then you hit it. And then the first
And
person.
if anyone survives, I just pop my head out and throw another one.
Right. So basically, you have to be hidden, and then in order to make that, so that you can watch them as they do that, or set up
really good stealth.
or you set up a surveillance camera or system. You know, you could control. You could just place your drone there and spend a charge, but then they might spot the drone. That's just the drone's not even on. It's just wedged against a pipe or something like that. Well, actually, no. I would say they would not be able to spot that. The thing is, after you blow them up, people are going to show up real quick. So you want to
So leaving evidence is a problem.
Yeah. No one's going to be able to trace the drone to you, but you'd be giving up your drone.
What about the shredded drone?
You sold it, or did you keep it?
We sold it, I think.
Okay.
I said I was going to sell it. So.
Yeah. So you don't really have time. If you buy a camera now, that will definitely be traceable. But your own drone is not traceable. It's just giving up a drone is definitely going to be a self-control check. So do you want to risk it all for a stealth check or a self-control check and give up the drone?
We've got an extra drone.
I can risk it all for a stealth check.
They Monty, they sold the drone. Your second drone. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I can do stealth too.
Okay.
But how many will do you have?
2.
I have 3 at the moment.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So lobbyists will be there as the detonator.
I will be the one wedged up against the pipes.
So Control and Monty give me awareness checks to spot any other complications as you're just looking around the tunnels.
Critical success.
Critical success?
2 and 2.
Damn. All right.
Indeed.
Control?
Success, regular.
Okay. So you do find there is one problem. The area you've picked is perfect for it. You can set it up fine. Lobby says a good place to hide. But there is some low level there isn't a low level archivist running around doing technical maintenance work to the pipes and the underground infrastructure here. He is definitely going. You need to deal with him. Her. You need to get her away somehow. She'll definitely be able to hear people talking in the tunnel, and she may come and tell them to leave or like.
If she's the techie, that's easy. Just sabotage something else, so she has to deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you going to with your critical? I'll say you can figure out what would be a good thing to sabotage that's far away. Let's see, what's another thing? There is a water heater. Yeah. How are you going to sabotage it?
Water heaters need electricity, and we do have an electricity kit, and I have mechanics, so maybe we can...
They also need to be connected to itself, right? You can just chop it.
Okay.
But that's obvious sabotage.
Right.
Yeah, you want to make it look like actual wear and tear.
But like with the electronics toolkit, I can probably start pulling the electronics a bit out. So
yeah, give me an electronics or a mechanics check.
Right, that's a 6 over 1. Whew.
Okay, spin a charge. Very good. All right.
Who had the kit?
No, you can have that go. So the timing is pretty tight. So Monty, you go to Apache. How do you break the news to him about what do you tell him?
Good news, bad news?
Yeah.
In order for this to work, so we have to make those guys disappear, and we think we have a way to do that.
Yeah. Monty, what? Yeah. How are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. So how do you? You don't have to say it exactly, but how are you? Are you like, you have to do this or you're gonna die, or they'll kill you, or like, hey, great news, how do you deliver this? Yeah.
I feel like the great news approach would suit Monty a little better.
Okay, let's hear a little bit of it. I just want to hear this.
Give me a little reference again. I'm sorry.
You're trying to tell Apache you need to lead these guys to this underground tunnel so we can take care of them.
Yeah. So Apache, great news. I know you've had a bit of back and forth between whether to commit or not, but I think we formulated a plan, my friends and I. You just get these people in the tunnel. We'll take care of everything, and you can pretend that you are none the wiser. We've got everything under control.
Oh, great! Give me a persuade check.
Oh boy. All right, so persuade. I will use a. Hold on, wait.
Nice.
9 over 9. Oh, that's a.
That's a
is that a critical fail if I apply?
Oh, no, it's only your actual rolls. Yeah.
In that case, I'll use my will to flip that to a 9 over 6.
All right,
that is my will.
Oh, thank God! I've been so nervous. I want to get this taken care of. I can. They want the server. I think they.
Absolutely.
They've been pressing me to find out more about where it is and who's guarding it and shit like that. So,
Foresight. Can we use the explosion distraction to rob the Blockchain Brothers room?
It'll definitely if you're fast, yes. You'll need to move. It's on the 7th floor. You'll be in the basement right now, so you can't wait for the elevators. You have to go run up the flight of stairs.
Well, only one of us needs to be in the basement.
That's true. Well, if you don't want to have spotters, that's fine. So yeah, let's figure out where everybody is. Obviously, you obviously have to be in the basement. Monty, are you going to be spotting to make sure no one else gets in the way?
Yeah, I think I better.
Okay. Control, are you going to be on this basement or the 7th floor? Control, Adam. No.
Have we lost him?
Oh no, I think he stepped away for a second.
Oh.
There he is.
I have no context. Just that.
Okay. They're about to ambush the 2 Navy SEALs in the basement with explosives. So do you want to be down in the basement making sure no one else gets in the way, or do you want to be on the 7th floor ready to bust in and grab the server?
I think the server is probably more important. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll get a message of when it's go time, and then you can try to figure out how you're going to get in the server, grab the server. You know what room it's in.
You also know the specific time a loud distraction will occur that kind of will rumble the entire hotel. So if you want to make a noise at that point, maybe you can make it less suspicious.
That's
this
true.
is like some coordinated shit, but hey, we'll take it. That's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly. All right. So, Monty, give me one last awareness check as you're watching the entrances of places and making sure no one else gets in the way.
All right, come on, Monty. No whammies. That's a whammy. That's a whammy.
It's fine. All right.
Regular fail.
Okay. Odd or even?
Oh.
Monty, give me an odd or even.
Me?
Yeah.
Even.
Okay. So lobbyist, give me a stealth check.
All right.
This is the stealth check.
It is the stealth check, and it's 5. That's an 11 over 4.
Okay, you're waiting in there, and down the hallway, past them, you see another archivist walking across. This archivist is going to get in the crossfire as Apache is leading the 2 Navy SEALs. So if you wait, you can send a message to Monty to try and get them real quick through Ubik, or you can just have some collateral damage.
Well, if somebody gave me the Ubik specs, I can do that.
All right, I would say you probably would because
because we need to time the explosion.
You have a laptop, so your laptop.
I do have a laptop. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do get a message. You'll have to run if you want to get to intercept this person in time.
You want me to run?
That's athletics.
I can do that.
And you have to spend a ration. You can spend more rations in order to get there.
Theoretically. Rations. How many rations do I have?
You can spend. Spend!
I'll spend 3 rations.
All right, give me that with a +2 bonus then.
Are you sure you'll only spend 3?
I'll spend 4 rations.
+3 bonus.
Beautiful. Okay, that
makes it, doesn't it? Whew.
Yes, indeed.
All right, you can physically grab the person,
Thank you for
or you can yell at them to get out of the way, or you can. How do you get this person to not go down that tunnel?
I'll physically grab them and be like, "This is not the tunnel you want to go down. This is not the day."
Okay.
Oh no.
Yep. So you do that. Now, lobbyist, you made your spot. You made your checks. So here's the thing: the Navy SEALs hear this just as they're entering the kill zone. One is for sure going to be pasted. One is a maybe. Now you could wait to see if the second one moves forward into the kill zone 100%, or you could trigger it now. This is like a split-second thing.
All right, I'll trigger it now.
Okay. One is pasted, and then I'm going to roll a d10 for damage. And that is how much they take on all locations. and we'll see how much.
I mean,
they hit.
he's practically guaranteed to survive then.
Yeah. I'll give a damage bonus. I'll say +2. So he does survive. But he's
Okay,
taking
another DDJ goes sailing down towards
Okay.
him.
All right. Give me that throw check, that athletics, I believe. Because you wanna make sure you don't overshoot it and hit Apache unless you want to have some collateral damage and self-control checks.
Right. I'll spend 3. Oh no, I won't.
All right.
I'll spend a will not to crit fail that. That was
Okay.
a bad one.
Yeah, that was a failure. It goes short. It hits
It's
nothing.
going south.
Yep, it
But
is
hey,
going
at least
south. There's 2 of
hey,
you
at
down
least,
there to kill a wounded
something's going
seal.
on.
Yeah, Apaches. People are screaming. There's smoke. There's explosions. Meanwhile, yeah, even on the 7th floor, you can hear boom, control. It's in room 717. You're in the hallway outside that room. It is flanking room 716. But yeah, you could have had an action ready to go when the explosion hit. So, what do you want to do, Control?
I have no idea how I'm going to get in there.
You could, yeah, if you have.
Do you have resistance? You can bash down the
Nope.
door with that.
You could shoot the
Nope.
door lock with your bow.
With my bow, yes.
Yeah.
Also, no.
Yeah. You could open a window in athletics to the balcony, because you can climb alongside the edge and do that.
So do I have Ubix or did I lend them?
I assume you lended them because yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So I don't have a way of setting up.
Yeah, we're missing 1 Ubix, so we couldn't completely.
Right.
time
So
it.
I mean, I don't think I have the stuff to actually do this now. So I don't think we can do it simultaneously.
Okay.
No.
No, the explosion was loud enough that you knew that was the go time. So like you knew when.
Right, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I can haul off the thing by myself. And I don't have a way to upload and then destroy it.
Oh, that's true. Well, you can just take it. Like, remember, the original thing was to take the server and deliver it to a location. So you could grab the server,
Sure,
and just haul ass.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, it would have been better if we'd let that person die. So you just callously like, yeah, we should have blown up that guy.
So you could just be watching to see if the people in room 717 react. So, yeah.
And we don't know if there's anybody in there now. So even if
I would say, give me an awareness check. You could know. You would be able to know. You would have had time to watch it and figure out. Yeah. So give me an awareness check.
Succeed.
All right. It sounds like there is one person moving around. There's no conversation or anything, but there is one person inside.
Okay.
The server is big.
There is one
just
option,
want
which
the hard
is
drive.
you can open up the window when the explosion hits, so no one hears the window opening. There's a window in the hallway, and then you can use that to go. There's like a ledge along the thing that you can crawl along to get to the balcony to room 717, and you know that the balcony glass door would not be locked. So that's pretty high risk athletics check. But that's something.
Sure.
Yeah.
What the hey? Let's do that.
Okay. All right. How many rations are you spending on that?
Let me see. So each ration thing is in tens, right?
Everything has 10 units.
Okay.
You have to spend 1 ration just to make the check.
Okay. So I'll spend.
And then you can spend more to get a bonus. So if you spend 2, you get a +1 to your athletics roll.
And I can refresh my ADP -1 because I'm a scavenger, right?
I believe so.
Okay. I will spend 5. Wait, let me see how many. Sorry, y'all.
No worries. Let's see here. What does scavenger do? Okay. I believe scavenger just gives you more money, doesn't it? Or is that roach?
Oh no! Scavenger. So I have 1 less I have one
Refresh.
less refresh.
Okay, that's the weakness of Scavenger.
Yeah.
Start with more bounty.
Okay.
Permanently add a refresh.
Okay. So you have 2 refresh instead of 3.
But plus a basket, plus 1.
Yeah. So you're back at 3. So
Okay,
yeah, you
so about how many checks / jumps do I have?
can. It's just 1 to get there.
All right. Well, let's just spend 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't crit fail.
Mhm.
Plus 5 plus 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you make it in that time. You get to the balcony.
I'm gonna refresh my rations.
All right, so the plan is going off perfect. Well, not quite perfectly, but mostly. So we're down to combat with Monty, a lobbyist, the remaining Navy SEAL, and Apache is panicking, covered in blood. So Monty, there's a screaming archivist, that you've thrown aside, and they're looking up at you like, what the fuck is happening? And then of course the Navy SEAL, one Navy SEAL still standing, you can see. So Monty, what are you gonna do?
Should we just roll initiative or something?
I'm just gonna do it like you guys, and then
Okay, yeah.
I want to sympathize to the archivist, but also I kind of want to kill the Navy SEAL, even though I'm an accountant.
Yep. You have a club.
I do have a club, which is super effective against Navy SEAls.
It is also, lobbyist has got explosives. So yeah.
Speaking of that, how much did I spend in the form of grenades and DDJs?
You spent 3 so far.
Out of both?
There's 5 charges on DDJ, so you have 2 left.
Could I have traded?
That's a question. Like, if I just did DDJs for this,
yeah. I assume you just did DDJs because you said you were talking.
Yeah, in that case, is he grappled?
No, because he survived, but he can't.
All victims of DDJs are.
You modified the DDJs to be pure explosive, or like to be shrapnel bombs, essentially. So
okay,
they're directional things. So like the one you just threw
was a shot.
Yeah, yeah. No, it undershot. You didn't want to hit Apache.
Well, in that case, the corridor is filled with.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, you could have thrown a grenade or a Molotov instead, if you want to retcon that. In which case, if you threw a grenade, that would be safe for you to travel through, because it was just shrapnel and shit, and that would have just missed everyone miraculously. So, do you want to walk that back?
No, I'm fine with spending DDJs.
Like, okay. So you are cut off from them and each other. So because you threw a DDJ. So yeah, but it's Monty's action first, and then it'll be your action, lobbyist. So Monty, what do you want to do? There's a DDJ down the hall, trapping you with the Navy SEAL who is rapidly getting over the shock at being almost blown up. And Apache is obviously also shocked because you didn't mention the whole exploding part. He thought you guys were just going to shoot the 2 Navy SEAls with silence.
I was
guns.
thinking that too, but I don't have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So that is not ideal.
Give me an awareness check.
I will give you an awareness check.
Okay.
I will at least 9 over 1 that awareness. 10 over 1 awareness.
Yeah, there is a silenced handgun down near the dead Navy SEAL. That looks
convenient.
That looks fairly intact. If you give me an athletics check, you can grab it this round. You won't be able to shoot with it, but you can,
I fumble the athletics check.
Okay. You're gonna take a D10 stun. It'll be hit location and then amount of damage of stun as you slip on blood and. So hit location is 5. Hit location is right arm. So you fall on your right arm really badly. Like your shoulder's out of joint. Your arm is fucking useless now. You've taken 10. It's 10 stun.
It's a good thing I'm left-handed, right?
Yeah, it is.
Is he like approaching from the other end?
Yeah. Yeah, Monty had to run to the other end.
Wait, so just to confirm, I go to pick up a pistol,
Slip on blood.
My arm falls off. Okay.
Well, your shoulder's out of socket, like dislocated shoulder, we'll say. I mean,
Sure,
it's 10
okay.
damage.
Things
You're
are
also-
going wrong, red market style.
They are going wrong.
As they do. Sure.
Now, Lobbies, it's your turn. You DDJ'd your way to the seal. So, it's not... I mean, they're cable strands, so yeah, I guess you could throw a grenade through it if you wanted to. It'd be a difficult throw, though.
I am the difficult throw guy, except I crit failed. So...
Oh, no.
No, the last time I crit failed.
Yep.
I said I spent 4, didn't I? So I'm on 9. I have to refresh my charges on rations. Spending my 1 refresh, actually.
Okay. All right.
And I'll spend 4 more for another throw. Wow.
Wow.
I'll spend a second will point to not fuck that up again.
All right. It doesn't hurt anyone. Was this another grenade or was this a DDJ?
Yeah, I kind of don't moving around.
Okay.
Trained killer.
All right. So yeah, you've spent all your DDJs now, and you've really cut them. You've kind of cut yourself out of the fight now.
It's not my problem anymore.
Apparently it isn't. Let's see. Apache recovers from stun. The Navy SEAL recovers from stun and takes out his silenced pistol. New round. Meanwhile, back on the 7th floor, Control. You can see the one blockchain brother in the room from the balcony. He has not noticed you because he is on Ubix specs yelling at someone. He's like, "What the fuck happened? What's going on?" And he's going to the door. It looks like he's going to look out the hallway. So he has his back to you. What are you going to do?
Could I have a DDJ, Scribblikins?
No.
I spent them all.
Yep, he used them all.
Oh, okay, super.
You could either have a Molotov cocktail or a grenade.
That won't stop a door. So.
I mean, you do have your bow. You could shoot the blockchain brother in the back.
I feel pretty uncomfortable doing that right now, not knowing
that's
how bad they are.
Well, that's true.
They're distasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just wait and hope he's not?
You could open the balcony door at least.
You're sneaky, so you could sneak into the room and, while he's distracted, try to extract the hard drive.
Yeah, the lights are not on. They don't. He's using moonlight to see.
Sure. I'll try and enter.
Okay. Stealth check.
Do you use what's it on those? Food? You do not, do you?
No.
Okay.
Stealth is
8/4.
All right, you sneak into the room. You're in the room with him. He does not see you. You're sort of crouched. It's got 2 beds, and so you're sort of crouched behind the one nearer to the balcony. You look around the room, and you can see the server. It is on the table where the TV would be in a hotel. They don't have a TV here, or they moved. No, they have a TV, but it's moved over to the corner. You're not sure. It probably doesn't work. But yeah, they have it there. It is in plain sight. There's a duffel bag right next to it. You could stuff the server in there. But yeah, it's right in the middle of the room. There's no way to really stealthily do that without alerting his. Well, maybe. Yeah.
maybe if you crit succeeded.
Yeah. Anyways, that's your turn. That's about all you can do in this turn.
Yeah.
It's combat. It's fast. All right. So, Monty, your right arm feels real bad.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Are you a righty or a lefty? Are you a righty or lefty?
A lefty, yeah. I'm a
It's
lefty.
just hanging limply as your shoulder's out of socket. You know.
I don't need that.
Yeah, apparently not. You're not any closer to the gun either.
Damn it, man.
You can this round you could just say, I'll say you're a little closer to the gun. If you spend your entire action to just pick up the gun, that'll be it. You don't have to make a roll. You can just have a gun. Yeah.
I'll just pick up the
and
gun.
still be able to twitch.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, you'll have to because the Navy SEAL raises his gun and he's going to take a shot at you.
I would like to not get shot.
Yep.
Please don't.
Do I have to roll for that?
Yes, that is athletics to not be shot.
All right. Athletics is +3. Fantastico.
Okay.
All right. That is a 11/3. I super don't get shot.
You dodge out of the way. Let's see here. Odd or even?
Odd.
Odd. Apache is not shot either. Yes, he's between the two of you. He's in the crossfire. There's also the Archivist screaming behind you, who's still like really freaked out. Doesn't know what the fuck's happening. Let's see here. Lobbyist, what are you doing?
Well, I suppose I have to take the long way around now.
Yep, you can.
And
yeah.
pick up where I stashed my rest of my dangerous weaponry.
Okay. Give me athletics if you want to run.
I'll spend 2.
Okay.
Fail. This is
All
not
right.
lobbyist day.
It is not lobbyist days. Your ears are ringing. You're staggering there. You'll get there when you get there. So you're making some progress though. You didn't crit fail. So you didn't slip or knock your head on anything.
That, by the way, was a tie. So.
Yep. Let's see here. So I think we'd all like not to be shot from time to time. You know, that's true. So new round. Control. The guy is talking on Ubix spec and opening the door and peeking out into the hallway. So yeah, you can try and grab the server.
If you succeed, you can spend a will point to upgrade it to a crit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, and you said he's
not leaving the room, but he's leaning out of the room.
how? So in that I just have 1 in strength and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I push him out?
Let's see here.
And lock the door?
You could try. You definitely have the advantage in that he is not aware of you at all.
Resistance would probably be the force someone out.
Yes,
Probably.
which I do not have.
Yeah. So normally, because he is in such a vulnerable spot, I'll give you 1 point of resistance for this roll. Yeah.
I'll just be very quiet.
Okay.
So
Be the sneakiest sneak that ever
Are you
snuck.
are you doing anything, or are you going to grab the server?
oh yeah, sorry. Grab the server.
All right, give me a stealth check.
And I'll upgrade that. To a crit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. With that, you effortlessly get in the duffel bag. You load it onto your back. The weight is perfectly distributed, so you can make your athletics check to climb out without being noticed or without penalty. So next round you can leave.
Ooh.
So let's see here. That's beginning of round 3. So Monty, it's your turn.
I have the gun.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any firearms?
I picked up the gun, right?
Yeah, you picked up the gun. Yeah, you can
I
shoot.
shoot the gun?
You can shoot. Do you have any firearms training?
I have 0 in shoot.
Okay.
Oh, you got low, man, didn't you?
What even is a gun?
What even is a gun?
I
You
throw the gun at the
You can actually try to shoot, which is defaulting.
Yeah, it is defaulting. Which actually, this round you pull the trigger and nothing happens. Because it has a safety, and you don't have any firearms training, so you didn't think to check the
son
safety.
of a bitch.
Yeah, it's an automatic pistol. It would have a safety, and the Navy SEALs would have the safety on when they're not about to shoot someone.
Sure.
This is going wrong.
Do
Yep.
I have other things I could do? Twitch actions or?
Yeah. What do you want to do? You could just
You
run.
can tell people to do that stuff.
You could tell Apache
Apache
to
is
shoot.
probably armed.
You could throw the gun to Apache and hope he has firearms.
Could I just chuck the gun at the guy? I'll throw it to Apache. Hey, I don't know how to do this. I'm anti-firearms.
Okay.
You pull the trigger.
All right. He will do that. Let's see here. Apache is going to shoot. I mean, sorry. Apache gets the gun, turns around. Odd or even?
Even.
A 2. Apache shoots him. As a Navy SEAL shoots him. So I'll roll for damage for Apache, and I will roll damage for the Navy SEAL. They both kill each other. Roll self-control.
Nice and clean.
It's just one victim. Witness left.
Yeah, this is a 1-3 trauma for you, Monty. Yeah, that's 3 trauma. That was really fucked up. Yeah, no, Apache died, and he trusted you.
No!
Yep. Yep. It's meanwhile, lobbyist, you're running. You hear no, but yeah.
Apache, jump on it.
Yeah. So I assume you don't have first aid or a medical kit, so there's no way you can really save them from being shot. Let's see here, or from dying from being shot. But yeah, they shot each other. Let's see here. So combat ends downstairs. So lobbyists, you can catch up with Monty in a second, and try and make your way out. Because unless you want to kill the witness, you guys need to leave. Yeah.
We can bribe the witness to just.
Sensitivity check, like Monty can't. Well, Monty has not cracked yet, so he can still make sensitivity checks to see if that would be possible.
I think we should do that. Let's do
Okay. All right.
I also think we should not do that, but let's do it anyway.
Okay.
Well, it's up to you what we're doing. Lobbyist is kind of like, witness, not good.
Grenades?
Obviously you can kill the witness. You don't have to roll to do that. The witness is helpless and terrified.
I have failed that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Bribe would definitely work.
This seems like a great idea, guys. Let's go for it.
Yeah. What are you bribing them with?
I have a bunch of bounty.
How much bounty are you offering?
50.
You can't. You don't have 50.
7.
7 pound.
What is this worth for us? It's just really keep quiet until we get out. That's all.
They were DHQS, right? Like they were.
We can prove that they were DHQS. And sorry.
Well, if you stay around and do that, I thought, yeah, if you want to stay around and prove your case, sure. But you did set up an ambush for these guys, which is pretty obvious to figure out because there are explosives wired in place in the tunnel with a remote detonator. And the Archivists are pretty smart. They're going to be able to figure out there's a detonator.
We have 16 bounty to potentially dump on this guy. I wouldn't say spend more than 10, but that's what we can just dump on him. Shh.
Sure. Yeah.
So make it persuasive. Just keep it quiet. They were DHQS. We can prove it.
Look, man, these guys were DHQS. We have the background information. We can upload it. Just here. Just take this.
All right.
A gift from us to you.
Give me a persuade check, sure.
At least 7 over 1.
Okay. Both of you give me self-control.
10 over 1, indeed.
All right, both of you give me self-control. You're giving up a shitload of bounty. You can just kill this person.
I crit succeed. No, wait. Who of us was that for?
I'm certain
both
I
of
fail.
you.
In that
Both of you are doing. This is stress. This is you're risking your life for money.
Look at the we pressed at the same time and the dice parser didn't separate.
You crit succeed.
Okay.
I fail.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I'm certain, based on my
Yeah.
Last year of rolling. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's 2 if you fail, and self in stress, and obviously 0 if you crit succeed. So
Sharing is caring. This is actually like, yeah, we're sharing the wealth.
yeah. Sure. You give a shitload of bounty to this person, and then you start running. Meanwhile, control. To get out with the server, give me a athletics check.
All right.
Or you can go through the door, run past the guy.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 7, so I get +6, +2.
Mm-hmm. Good thing you did.
Yeah.
So you succeed. Give me a self-control check for trauma, because you are up 7 stories and it's windy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think about it. Just don't think about it. It's fine. So you get back with the server bag, and you can take a stairwell that the guy won't be able to see. So you can just walk out with a duffel bag.
Yeah. So I'll go to my pup who's somewhere and go, good boy, into his vest that is connected to the Ubix.
Yeah.
So
you're
know.
out clean. You're out clean.
Yeah.
You could just
Yeah.
leave.
May just do that.
Yeah. The 2 of you need to make athletics checks or stealth checks to get the fuck out clean.
I can do stealth or athletics. Stealth would be better for me, I think, since I don't have a lot of rations left.
I think athletics for me.
Okay.
Stealth for me, and I make it.
Looks like both of you make it.
13 over 5.
All right, both of you get out of there. Now, the question is, do you leave right now? It's at night. The gate people don't normally leave enclaves at night because dangerous. You could still try, and obviously everyone knows an explosion has just happened.
Well, the only thing they can really pin on us is the murder of the DHQS agents. And I didn't give my real identity, so...
Well, the murder of possible DHQS agents in an ambush, they might, and also you have a stolen server, unless you...
we don't want them to find the stolen server.
Yeah.
We really don't want that.
So you can run to the gate and try and talk your way out, or you can sit and wait, or you can try and go over the wall, sneak over the wall somehow, which is a tall wall with barbed wire, and it's very designed to not let people do that. So would be a bit tricky to do that. So, but yeah.
It depends on how much we trust our ability to hide the server while we upload and then brick the thing, because that can't be connected to us as long as they don't find us with it. And whether we trust the guy not to rat us out who we bribed. Because if he doesn't, then this was just some weird ambush that Apache had with his 2 new takers.
Okay. Anyone can give me a foresight check to find a good place to stash the server
while it uploads.
All right.
Just one of us or anyone?
Probably, well, anyone. Then but if one person makes it, then you'll know where you want. But if you'll have to make a choice if both of you roll.
I make it.
Okay. All right. So you find an alcove. Basically, there's you can put it in the drop tile of your room at This Is Fine, and leave it plugged in. But it'll be in your hotel room, but in the ceiling drop tile, so like no one will see it. So unless This Is Fine gets suspicious of you, or they specifically search that room, you'll be fine. But like that's not in a public place. There's no chance of anyone else finding it. So that's where you set it up, because that's the only private space you really have in this hotel. So as you wait, This Is Fine messages you and says, "We need to talk in person. Where are you?"
To me?
Yeah.
This is fine. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, she's messaging you.
You should not be in our hotel room.
Why? Okay, we need to talk in person right now.
I mean, whoever they want to meet.
Where are
they should
you?
not- yeah.
I'll come to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we should. Okay, meet me here. She meets you like at an isolated corridor.
Okay, I'll go there.
Okay. She's like, okay, so there's a witness who saw both of you blow up a bunch of people in the tunnel, and she.
We tried.
You failed your sensitivity check. Bribes wouldn't work. A threat would have, but bribes just no. She's
I don't think Loman even has intimidate.
yeah. Well,
I do not.
yeah, exactly. So they're looking for you. They're going to find you. They're already asking me about you. Now, I'm inclined. Well, you need to level with me. It seems to be too good to be true. The front desk had some really strange people show up, and then they get really interested in the server, and then you guys show up, and you're really interested in the server.
Sure.
So, well, give me something here. Why shouldn't I just let you deal with the security people?
You should let me deal with the security people. I have this all under control. The truth is that the government wants this server, and that's not good news for anybody. So why don't you just let me take care of this? We'll make it all go away, and we can blame DHQS.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay, so the government found out about it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Do you even know what's on the server?
I don't know what's on the server.
Okay.
I want to make sure that it gets preserved, so that the government doesn't get it, because I feel like they want to hide it. So
why didn't you just tell the Blockchain Brothers about the warning? Then they could have raised security. Yeah.
Because I'm real dumb. That's why. And
I don't
that is
think
an
you're
excellent
dumb.
plan. I should have consulted you before.
I don't think you're dumb at
You were
all.
so sharp. Why didn't I just? We should have worked together from the beginning.
I think you want the server for yourself.
I do.
You don't want any. Yeah.
Well, who wants something for themselves that the government doesn't want? Who? Hmm?
This is fine. I don't want it for myself. I want it for my family. All right. I'm a taker. I don't know.
You're being
anything
paid to steal before the government destroys it.
Well, I don't know anything about bacon memes. All right.
Yeah. No, I could. That
You're not really selling on the whole not selling us out thing, are you?
Okay, you know what? Yeah. Here, go. Yeah, I'll just go down the lobby, surrender to the security forces, and take care of it. That sounds great. You give me sensitivity check.
All right.
I start pulling out grenades. Like you could have told her we were moths. You could have
done a lot of things.
You straight up just told her we're here to steal the server.
That's not good.
Yep.
That's a fail.
Oh, it's fine. She believes you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did people
I
spend their
don't have
will?
sensitivity.
Guys, I think we're good.
Spend a will. Do you have a will?
I do not. No,
Yeah, you had only one will, didn't you?
I had one will.
I'll do my untrained sensitivity roll.
Okay, sure. Roll a 1, I guess.
And
Untrained is 1 die. You have to roll.
yes,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I can't flip that into a success.
Yeah. So yeah. She's telling you to go surrender security so you can talk your way out of it.
And you're saying this is fine? Sorry. You're saying that's all right, Monty?
Yeah, no, this is fine.
Okay. All right. Are the two of you following Monty as he's doing that?
Seems like a bad idea to me, but
It definitely is.
I think I'm still in the room. I might
Yeah.
be in the tiles with the thing.
No, you hit it. Like that's the whole point. If you're there, you're like it's not really a big enough crawl space
Well, that's
to have you.
I have an idea, so I'll go do a thing. And that is
Now you could be in the hotel room guarding the
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
we would. I think that was the idea that control was left with.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
And I'll just tell this is fine. That okay, I'll go fetch our third guy. And
I was not involved in any of this.
look, I'm gonna disavow you. Basically,
that's fine.
Okay.
We don't have much left to do here now.
I mean, no, we can make a deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
before you reveal us, what is that deal?
All right. I don't want you to do anything stupid to the server yet. I assume you have it somehow. She looks at her Ubix for a second. Yeah, no, the Blockchain Brothers are already crying that somebody stole it. And so the whole place is up in arms. You tell me where it is, and let me copy it. And I will do my best to make sure that you are not all shot as infiltrators.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Everyone
like a
give
good
me
deal.
self-control for stress. 0-1.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It's not fine.
Am I involved in this or no?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you hear it,
You haven't heard it yet
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
because we lack the Ubik to keep you in on the loop.
It's totally reasonable.
So yeah, it's one stress there, scribbling.
All right, good. I'm closing in on cracked.
Yep. So she is. Yeah. You let me copy the server, and then you can take it home with you. I'll cover you.
All right. Maybe you could play it off that we were like infiltrating you as moths or something.
Don't worry about it. Just tell them that you're takers, that you were hunting the navy, the people. I assume. Well, you I assume
We can actually prove they're DHQS.
Okay, if you can prove they're DHQS, tell them you had a job to take them out, and
Yeah.
then but they're DHQS, and we don't give a shit about them. So yeah, you'll and I'll say that they that was it.
We also know that Apache was working for them, so hey.
We'll say that there was a third one who grabbed the server, and that you were
Actually,
unable
we
to-
have done you guys a favor because we outed Front Desk as a DHQS group.
Yeah.
Very true.
So, all right, you go deal, make your confessions, and they'll probably just kick you out, but they'll let you take your stuff. Yeah, I'll copy the server, and I'll give you a copy of the data, and you can do whatever you want with it, and then I'll get rid of the server so no one knows it. I'll just have it disassembled into little pieces. I'll even send you video so you can prove that it's like that.
Brilliant.
So
You might actually want to pretend that we actually stole it and got away with it. Because
well,
it's
somebody
clearly
stole
dangerous
it.
knowledge.
It's somebody's. So yeah. As long as you don't tell whoever is looking for it that I have the data as well, it's fine.
Yeah.
So
If you help us get out of this alive, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll owe you one.
sure. All right. So you all go. The two of you go down. Control a member of Memory shows up and it's like, you should just go down to the lobby, dude. Like they're looking for you. You don't want them searching this room, do you?
So I probably just don't answer the door.
No, like
I
it's
mean,
Memory's
like-
room. They have key cards. Like they can get in.
Oh.
Like you're sharing a room with them. Remember?
Yeah. All right.
It's time to start rolling self-control checks, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
And I could have come with them. Like, just let us tell the third members and nothing bad happens.
How long has it been?
It's not been 3 hours.
It's probably been like 10, 15 minutes at max.
Yeah. You don't need to make another self control check. You already made one. So
I feel like we should have collaborated earlier and with the purpose of y'all just stalling.
So well, it is what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Our negotiator told us what we were up to, so
Yeah, the three of you tell your story, and because you have actual good information on the Navy SEALs, they're able to you're go ahead and give me a persuade check, Monty, to see how convincing you are about
Alright.
your. We're just here to murder these people. Not
I am. So that's a 9/10. But if I
You have
add
persuasion, so
my
that should be fine.
persuasion, it's a 3. So it's well.
Yeah,
over-
you're fine. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine. We're all
So,
fine. This is-
they believe that you were here
fine.
just to hire you. They believe you when they say, when you say that you were here just to murder the DHQS people, and that the DHQS people must have stolen the server somehow, and so there must have been another member who stole it while you were killing them, and yeah, you're eventually given the data, or the data finishes transmitting, and you're able to destroy the server with a video, and you're basically escorted out of the enclave and told never to come back. And
Persona non grata and a number of Archivist enclaves now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least the ones who revealed our real identity.
But no one, only you three know that This Is Fine has a copy of the data. Your client is pleased, and the This Is Fine says in person, right before you leave, just so you know, the server contains the blockchain for Dogecoin right before the crash, and what it proves is that it was forked right after during the crash, and so a lot of people made a lot of money by essentially changing who owned what coins, and revealing this publicly would reveal that it was forked secretly during the crash. The people were profiteering during the crash by stealing massive amounts of cryptocurrency. So it would reveal that a lot of rich people in the recession would really be fucked over by that. But because I have this information, well, we'll see what I do with it. But obviously your client wants to just make a buck with it. Could be good blackmail. Could be a good way to make trades. Yeah. But yeah, good luck out there. Gives you fingers guns as you walk out.
Yeah, thanks for not getting us killed.
Mm-hmm. So This Is Fine made a lot of money from this, or stands to make a lot of money with this, because this is the main use for this information is to blackmail and destroy a lot of people in the recession. It'd be a huge scandal.
The Archivists are going to get some fine funding from here on.
Well, I mean, Memery may, or maybe This Is Fine just disappears. Yeah, and that, of course, not assuming DHQS doesn't strike back and have you all killed with drone strikes later. Because you did blow a big op, but don't worry about that. You got the job done. You did it.
Lobbyists
Sort of.
might, leave this taker group and start a new somewhere else with a new look. Like, maybe he did something similar earlier.
So, yeah, that was the Archivist Assembly. Questions, comments, suggestions.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I like the idea of lobbyists just switching taker teams whenever his explosives blow up spectacularly wrong.
Yep. Brian, any thoughts?
No, it was good. It was new to me, so big hoot. Yep.
Yeah. Adam, any?
I wish I had to take a break at a different time so we could have had a shooter downstairs, but live learn.
Live and learn. Yeah, I made this one, I thought, it's in an enclave. It's with people. Talking characters are always good, stealthy characters.
You should have perhaps warned us a little bit about that, but I
Yeah.
was grabbing a character in a hurry.
Yeah,
From my
no
list.
worries.
I could have picked referee who would have been perfect for this.
Yeah. You still made it work. You did get rid of the guys. So that was the big complication. Because if you'd let them live, you just kicked them out of the enclave, they would 100% waiting for you in
Had
an
this been a
ambush.
campaign, there would have been way more in the way of consequences because
Well,
the
like,
DH could-
if you just kick them
Hold on
out,
to
there
that.
would be one less encounter where they try to kill you as you're leaving the enclave. So,
Yeah, I felt it was best that we get the drop on them because we're not really a killy team.
yep.
Well, we're not really long range killy team, I should say.
Yeah.
Only control as a gun.
Yep.
No, I have a bow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crossbow, right? Yeah.
No, just like a bow, not a crossbow. So yeah.
Okay.
But tomatoes
No,
are
I think digital skills would have made this a lot different.
well, or criminal skills like someone with lock.
It does showcase that anyone can muddle through somehow.
Yeah.
Even past 2 crit fails at a really critical time.
That was pretty funny though. But yeah,
9999.
Yep. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for supporting the RPPR Patreon. Thank you all for playing. What am I doing later in the month? Base Raiders? I think that's it. Yeah, I made the announcement earlier. Anyways, I'll post the write-up tomorrow for the next game of the month. I think that's on the 26th. Yeah, so
29th.
29th.
Wednesday.
Okay. And what game was that?
Delta Green, Untitled, your shotgun scenario. No, wait, actually, you haven't posted it. That's from
well, yeah, I know, but the system. That
must have been posted in the chat. If so.
Online games for January. Base Raiders. It's a Base Raiders on January 26th. So at 6 p.m. CST. So I'll have a write-up of it tomorrow. But anyways, thank you all for playing. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
Bye.
it was fun. Thank you.